What is up, everybody? We got self some Monday Night Foosball. You know what I mean? Thanks for hanging out with me. We're gonna have a good time. This is gonna be a good football game. Bucks versus the Lions, and this means a lot for the Packers. You know, there's a lot I wouldn't say on the line, but it changes some stuff in the standings for the Packers, depending on who wins. Packers will either be the number one seed in the NFC after tonight or 2 games up within the division on the Lions. Either way is a win-win for the Packers. You look at that, Tampa Bay sitting at 5-1, so if they lose, they go to 5-2, obviously. And then the Lions, if they win, they pop way up a little bit. But yeah, it's either way, the Packers are going to be at top of the division right now, which I don't care about a whole bunch. Like, at this point, obviously you want to be, but like what matters is come the end of the season. So I'm not I don't overly lock in on that like every week. Like, oh, you gotta be. I mean, I post about it, but we talk about it a little bit. But it's not overly. It doesn't really matter. It comes to the end of the season. But Packers got that win. It's Victory Monday. You know what I mean? Hope you had an enjoyable Victory Monday over here. And now we got some Todd Bowles versus Dan Campbell over here. You know what I mean? We're going to see who can get this dub. Who do you think is going to win this game? Let's see some score predictions over here. I'll tell you my score prediction. I think the Bucks win. First of all, the Lions are very injured. Like, their whole secondary, I think, is out. Like, their top guys. So we're going to see. But I think the Bucks win this game. I think the Bucks are jacked up. It's Monday Night Football. They're having themselves a good year. Here comes the kickoff. Going to have a return from the 4-yard line by the Detroit Lions at the 25. He's at the 30. Going to start this thing about the 33-yard line. Now, I expect the Lions offense to do their thing. You know what I mean? But I'm not sure their defense is going to. Evening, bro. Hope your day was awesome. Cheers. You know what I mean? I had the day off of work. You know what I mean? No cheese cutting for me today. I got me a new hat. Went over to the Packer Pro Shop. You see this thing? There we go. I think I got the wrong size, though. It's a little snug. And squishing my brain a little bit. But Rick says 24-17. So here we go, Jared Goff. They're going to start this thing off on the center over here. First down and 10. Let's start this game, all right? 31-yard line. He's got a man in motion. They're going to play action. He's going to be looking to throw. He gets rid of it left side. Incomplete. Off the fingertips of St. Brown over here. I did do some prize picks. And, dude, I was close on yesterday to winning $1,000 on prize picks. But Pickens didn't do his job, so I don't even know why I made that pick. But, yeah, the Bucks had some pressure going on over here. Goff took a hit. Thoughts on Broncos-Colts AFC Championship being commented by Peyton Manning? I haven't heard that. Here we go. We're going to have a toss over here, right side. That's going to be to Gibbs. That's going to be a first down. He cuts back, makes some dudes miss, and he's going to go out of bounds about the 40-yard line, and you expect this Lions offense to get after it. We'll see what their defense can do. But I haven't heard that, but I don't have a problem with that. I actually like Peyton Manning. I like listening to Peyton Manning talk. I think Peyton and Eli are both funny. I know some people don't have that same same opinion, but I don't mind those guys, you know what I mean? Some idiot was arguing with me on Facebook and said that a tie is a loss at the end of the season. I said, what does it tie count as 2 teams or 10-7, 10-6-1? He's yet to respond. Yeah, it's all about the percentage. Some people get confused about that. You know what I mean? Here we go. Goff's going to be under center. He's going to hand this thing off. They're going to try to bounce this thing right side. Nothing there, though. Maybe fall forward for a yard. But, yeah.
You get nothing.
You're nothing. Here we go. Happy Victory Monday, Aaron. Hope it was good for you. Heard on Pat McAfee's show, both Lions started safeties and starting corners are out tonight. Time for Baker to cook or bake, I guess. Yeah, dude, absolutely. That they're missing some key dudes on defense, but that's why I expect the offense to be aggressive on offense. They're going to get after it. They're in shotgun right here. Gibbs is to his right. They're at about the 38-yard line. They're going right down the field over here. And they're going to hand this thing off. He's going to run this thing left side. Hit the circle button. Didn't help him, though. 2-yard gain. People don't like hearing that Packers are one of the only 3 teams left in the NFL who only has 1 loss. They don't. They're like, that tie. See, I saw some people talking today, too, about the tie, and they're like, oh, it'll hurt them in the end, the same thing that you were saying. I'm like, no, it's going to hurt them or help them. It depends, where you are, in the standings. It could be bad for half a game. It could be positive for a half a game, but it's what it is. It's less losses, so the win percentage goes up, and that's how all that stuff works. But here we go, Goff out of shotgun. He's got time. Now he's rolling right. Can they cover this long? They can because, but we have a flag on the play. That was incomplete. What is up, Deb? How you doing? Happy Victory Monday. Go Bucks. Thanks for being here. You know what I mean? Shout out to Deb over here. You're like a full play ahead of me. How is that possible? Got a legal contact right here in the defense. Automatic first down. This ref, dude, his face is so serious. This dude is here. He's on business. Hi, Mr. Positivity. Hey, I was right. Throughout that game, everyone was kind of freaking out during the watch party, but I was like, no, they got this thing, and they got it. They won the game. Second half, the Packers kind of turned it on, but their offense, not looking great right here. But first down and 10. Got to have faith. Not in the Lions. I'm talking about the Packers. They're going to hand this thing off. Gibbs is going to go left side, and he's going to get a couple and then runs into a wall. So that was first and 10. It's going to be about 2nd and 7 now. Forgot to do a score prediction. I think it'll be offensive shootout, 38-35, game-winning field goal, hopefully Bucks. I do think that it's going to be a shootout because the Lions secondary is depleted. I think the Bucks offense is going to be very successful. And right here, the Bucks defense really isn't getting after it. But the Lions have a good offense. So I do think it's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be a fun and exciting game. It's second down. It's 7 right here. Goff sent Shagan. He's got a man in motion. He's back to throw. He's got time. See, too much time for him. And that's going to be the St. Brown 10-5. And that's a touchdown for the Lions. Made it look super easy. Like, what is going on? Bucks defense not looking good right here. That was embarrassing, dude. Not for me. I don't play for the Bucks.
That boy's good.
Go, Pack, go. Here we go. I'm ready to see Baker run someone over and call them a little butt boy. No cussing for the kids. Yeah, that was, dude. Yeah, he slipped. And St. Brown, dude. You slip on him, he going to the house. Ramage, the Packers won yesterday on the road. I'm telling you, because Twitter thinks they lost. Yeah, people acting like, dude, I can't even. It used to be like, here comes the extra point over here, and that's gonna be good. Whoop, whoop. But yeah, dude, I used to be like after a loss, I'd kind of like just not go on Twitter too much because people are all like crazy. But now even after a win, they're still mad. You know what I mean? I don't know what they just want blowouts only. But that's what it is. 36-31 Bucks because it's the Lions. There we go. That's your prediction there. What's up, Mitch? Should have started with this question. Matt and Vinny, how were your Victory Mondays? My Victory Monday was good. I slept in, did a little sleep, and went to Green Bay, did a video over at Lambeau Field. So I'll probably post that tomorrow or something maybe. But yeah, it was fun. Went and hung out with Ivan. He's not here right now, but maybe he will be. We hung out for a couple minutes. Help me with that video, you know what I mean? Did you cover your prize picks for the Granius? I did not, dude. Pickens did not want to participate in that. As far as I'm concerned, he owes me some money. So you see George Pickens out and about, you'd let him know. That's how it goes, though, dude. That was close, though. That was a really close one. And that one was, I usually don't do those, like, that was kind of a stretch. That was kind of a bigger one than I usually do. But it came close. It was exciting. Oh, yeah, so we already got to that one over there. But, yeah, Victory Monday. Hope everyone's was good, you know what I mean? Mine was pretty good. Vinny, how was your Victory Monday?
Mine was pretty good. I slept in also, and then I went and picked up my old man pills for the prescription, which if you guys aren't old out there, you just wait. It's coming. And then I pretty much had to slave for you, getting things ready, and yeah, that's where I'm at now.
Yeah, you got to get to work, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But no, it was a good day.
Yeah, it's all, good Victory Monday over here. NFC North, we have Packers in first place. The Bears are not in last place. They had the Vikings over there 3-3. So the Bears are not in last place, and Bears fans are excited. I mean, they did beat the Saints. Like, I'm not getting too excited, but you can only beat who's on the schedule. So, like, that's what it is. And, they beat them pretty convincingly. So Bears fans are happy. They got a right to be happy, but I wouldn't, enjoy it while it lasts is what I'll say. You know what I mean? And I think we might have.
But the Vikings are in last place, huh?
Yeah, Vikings are in last place. You know what I mean? Sitting at 3-3. I don't know if we have a bot in here, a scammer. What's going on? You know what I mean? But I'll say, hey, Rick, be careful. If someone's tagging you in links, They ain't from me. Don't click them unless you know them. Here we go. So Jared Goff passing touchdowns by quarter last 2 seasons. All right, so he does well in the second and third quarter. I don't really care about those. I don't know. I think that stat is stupid. I'm not even gonna talk about it. But here we go. Let's see what Baker Mayfield and this Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense can do. Hopefully they don't have an off day, because if they are on depleted defense, they should go down there, do kind of similar to what the Lions just did over here. Here comes a return. He's at the 20. He's cutting at 25 to the left side. He's at the 30, 35, 40. He's still on his feet. Now he's past the 40. He's past the 50. He goes down to the 46-yard line on the other side, but there's a flag on the play. That was a heck of a return right there, dude. It's coming back with a hold. They can't have good returns in the NFL. Got to throw those flags. You know what I mean? I want to see this hold. Especially like the way the kicking game is set up now. Let's see this hold. Whatever. Rick says, yes, old age sucks, Vinny. I'm there with you. If I knew back what I know now, I would have stayed a kid. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's an option, Rick. You know what I mean?
I would have loved that too. Yeah.
Ball at the 15. Here we go. Baker's going to be under center. He's going to hand this thing off out the middle, and they're going to get to about the 20-yard line, about 5 yards on that little scamper straight up the middle. Yeah, he did. He bolted up that thing. He didn't care. Body doesn't matter. Let me put my head down, dude. He just
He didn't try to get out of the way
on the Lions right in the face. That's the thing. If a defender does that, they get fined, suspended. They take the firstborn child. Offensive player, have at it, dude. You can headbutt anyone.
Baker had that look on his face, like, yeah, more.
Here you go, Mayfield. They're going to be at the 20-yard line. They got 5 yards to go for the first down. He's going to be under center. Play action, looking to throw. Oh, he's got trouble, but now he finds a hole, and he's going to try to run for that. He falls down.
You get nothing.
He fell down before the line of scrimmage even. Does that count? Oh, Baker's looking for a penalty there, but wasn't meant to be there for you, bud. Must suck to be a Vikings fan. Your team is downfall with Wentz, and they really think JJ good for 1 quarter out of 8. McCarthy is the answer. Keep on losing, baby. You know what I mean? Matt, I feel like the Packers are fine. Relax. Exactly. They're winning, dude. That's all that matters right now. 3rd down and 6. Here we go. Baker Mayfield back to throw. Now he's rolling right. He's got pressure on him. He's going to be completed over here. That's going to be short of the first down, though. So this Lions depleted defense is getting after. I'm sure that the people sitting, their backups and whatnot down the depth chart a little bit, feeling a little bit insulted. Everyone saying, hey, those guys are out, so the Lions defense is going to suck. But here we go. They stopped him. 4th down and 3 here. Let's go, Tampa Bay. Let's go. The old turf monster, you know what I mean? So we got the punt team over here. Yeah, I couldn't find my Victory Monday hoodie today. But here we go. Here you have that kick. It looks like we're going to have, it's going to be a fair caught at the 35-yard line. Not sure about where you live, but here in Iowa, it is officially sweater weather, nice and chilly outside. Yeah, it's a little, it was kind of nice today. You know what I mean? But, dude, to me, it's always hoodie weather. I wear a hoodie in the 80 degrees. People think I'm crazy. I like hoodies. I like to have that pocket in front, all your phone, you got anything that you need in there, you know what I mean?
You were wearing a jacket when I met you, and it was like 80 degrees.
Yeah, dude, that's the type of stuff I like to wear, you know what I mean? I like hoodies. I don't like summer weather. First of all, because when you get a gut, you know what I mean? I'll cover that thing up a little bit. Let's go, Bucks. Packer Nation, what's up? Go, Pack, go. What's up? What's up with you? You know what I mean? Are you ready for Monday Night Football? You know what I mean? We are ready. We are here. And right now, 7-0 ball game. I expected more from the Bucks offense on that first drive, but wasn't meant to be. But sometimes, teams just don't start fast. But I think that they better get moving, because I think the Lions went right down there. So I expect this Lions team is going to put up some points. So the Bucks better And they want to be in this ball game, you know what I mean? And I think the Bucs are good enough. I like watching the Bucs, like watching Baker Mayfield. Like on that run right there, if he didn't get, the little turf monster get him, it might have been an all right play right here. Look at that. Tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, we are going to be talking Green Bay Packers football. We're talking about this past game, looking ahead, just, talking all things Green Bay Packers live. 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Come hang out, you know what I mean? Hammer the chat. Oh, yeah, we already got to that one right there, you know what I mean? But here we go. 114 folks watching live across all the places right now. I appreciate you. Tap the like button, you know what I mean, if you don't mind. And check out the old podcast. The Mad Ramage Show, everywhere you listen to podcasts. It's everywhere. Unless you listen to podcasts in some weird place, you know what I mean? Maybe not then, but I think all the major spots, you know what I mean? But here we go. Monday Night Football. What are they showing here? Long Family Orchard and Farm. Detroit. Look at that. Little
What a waste of corn. What a waste of corn.
Unreal. I think Baker's the type of quarterback that needs to get hit once to really start getting hot and ball out. Yeah, and he is like that aggressive type, and he is like I think the closest thing to kind of Favre, the way he plays.
I was just going to say, who does that remind you of? Look on the right side of the screen. Yeah, that guy right there. Yeah.
First down and 10. Jared Goff's going to be under center. I feel like I have to sneeze, you know what I mean? I don't want to sneeze on stream. People screen record that. Here we go. Goff throwing it left side. That's going to be completed to St. Brown. That's going to be past the 50 to about the 40-yard line. And the Lions go right down there in one big play, and they're in a good spot right there. 9:24 to go in the first quarter. That was a nice route by St. Brown. But the secondary, what were they doing? Yeah, they made it really easy. Here we go. Goff's going to be under center. First and 10 now, just short of the 40-yard line. We're handing this thing off, running it, not loud there, about to the 40-yard line. Now they have to 40, you know what I mean? Here we go. Second down, 8:46 to go. What's up, Philly boy? How you doing? We didn't do no air horns today for people entering. That's for everyone. Here you go. Second down and 9. Goff's going to be play action. Looking to throw. He's got pressure. Gets rid of it. That's going to be completed. And tackled immediately. No, it's dropped. I thought he had that. Ramage, you're a working man. Have you ever tried to get fired from a job as hard as Mike McDaniels is? I have not. But yeah, dude, I don't know what's going on. I think Miami's, next year you're going to see a whole different Miami team. That's the whole cluster over there. And I like him. Not working out over there, though. 3rd down and 4. His press conferences are just crazy. I don't think the media likes him either. Here you go. Goff's in trouble. And the ball is on the ground, and the Bucs are on top of it. He puts his arm back, gets it slapped out, and that's going to be a fumble. That's going to be a turnover by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. And Goff looks a little bit sad. You know what I mean? Oh, there we go. A little action going on over here. Hey, Matt, love your show. I appreciate you, Jeremy. That means a lot. We have a good time over here. Checking his replay here. Yeah, when his hand goes forward, that ball is out, so we have ourselves a fumble there, Jeremy. What's up with you? So, either way who wins this, it kind of, how do you, who do you want to win? Tampa Bay, NFC North, Lions kind of drop down. If the Lions win and the whole NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be a team to reckon with this whole season. So, it's like a win-win, but I think most people are kind of going for the Bucs because, screw the Lions. All right, we're at commercial break. We're going to be right back after these messages, you know what I mean? Hang out with us. Alrighty, we are back. 7-0 ball game. We got ourselves a turnover right here. And there you go. There you go, Tampa. Let's see if they can do anything with it. First drive couldn't get nothing going. So, Detroit's defense is banged up in the secondary. They should be able to just slaughter them. But some guys are stepping up over here in the first one. Whistle for a turnover. What is that, Vinny? There should be applause. But it's always the same graphic. Why are you always busting Vinny? So sometimes it's not an applause. It is today, but sometimes it's not. What if it was the Packers? I think he got Vinny upset. The producer got upset. He shattered the whole screen. I thought I died. I thought that's what happened right there. I'm like, where did I go? 7:42 to go in the first quarter over here. Here we go. He's going to be Baker Mayfield at the 40-yard line. 60 yards to go to the end zone. He's going to be in shotgun. He started under center, kind of switched it up there. Now he's looking to throw. And our whistle's being blown. There's a flag on the play. I think they're shutting this thing down. I don't think this is a play. Nothing counted except for that hit. False start on the Bucs.
Dude, there's a sound effect we need, Matt, though. Whoop, whoop, when the guy makes a move like that.
I don't even see who false started. Was it the left tackle? He golfed it up. All right, here we go. Baker Mayfield's going to be in shotgun now. First down and 15. He's back to throw. He's throwing deep left side. Oh, that's going to be out of bounds, intended for Evans. I wouldn't say deep, but somewhat
He tried the corner and missed.
Shotgun. You know what I mean? What was awesome?
I think Phil probably liked the screen shatter.
Oh, okay. Second and 15. That's how my memory works. I don't even know what happened like 45 seconds ago. Baker Mayfield's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right there at the 35-yard line. Second down and 15. They need something right here. He's back to throw. Oh, that thing is a wobbler. It gets to him, though. That's going to be completed. I think it was tipped at the line. And that's an 8-yard gain, dude. With it being tipped, with it being wobbled around, he still caught that thing. This is Otten over here. Yeah, he got his hands up the linebacker there, and he still got it. He was like, what? I got my hand on it. They still catch it. You know what I mean? Was there another turnover? I heard a whistle. You take it easy, Philly boy. 3rd and 7 over here. Baker Mayfield's going to be in shotgun, empty backfield back there. He's back to throw. He's going to get it off. That dude, the defense is all over it, and that's going to be a loss.
Nothing.
And the Lions defense, they're fired up. They came to play right here. Like the Lions fans are like. So it's 4th down and 9 here. Yeah, I don't like that play call either. Little wide receiver screens in that situation. I don't know. At least we know it's not just the Packers who do that. Here comes the punt team over here. He's going to be punting from about the 30-yard line. Let's see what they got over here. He's fair catching this thing about the 13-yard line. And the Bucs, don't take advantage of a good opportunity right here. Beat down on Mr. Ed again. Wilbur. So there we go. We're going to commercial, but we're going to hang out right here. Hammer to chat. What you want to talk about? What's your thoughts on the Packer game? How did you enjoy your victory Monday? What do you think about this game? The NFC? What games, you see this week that surprised you the most? Let me know. Hammer the chat over here. While you do that, I'll take a little sip of my beer. And shout out to the sponsors over there, you know what I mean? Kwik Trip, they got the bake sale going on. Took advantage of that today, you know. I was down there shoving brownies in my face hole, you know what I mean? And then Nicolet Law. You get injured, need help, insurance companies being flaky. Nicolet Law is that who you need to talk to, you know what I mean? How much time is left in the first quarter? I don't know. Do you know, Vinny? I don't remember.
Looking it up right now. I was paying attention to you. I got you.
Yeah, I don't have the extra screen up with all the stats and whatnot, but I think it's gonna be like 5 minutes if I had to guess.
We have 6 minutes and 8 seconds left.
6 minutes and 8 seconds. That was close. You know what I mean? But now we're gonna see what's what. I expected the Bucs offense to look better. They are not looking good at all. Their defense is going to have to hold it down for them because Lions offense is going to get it. They're going to get their points.
Yeah, right now Baker is 3 for 4, 9 yards, averaging 2.3.
Yeah, that's not good right there. Colts keep rolling has to be the biggest surprise so far. Yeah, Colts are just getting absolutely after it. I don't think we did any Colts stream this year yet, but yeah, the Colts, they're the biggest surprise of the season. It'd be interesting to see how far that they can get that thing. You know what I mean? Sweet, plenty of time to show her. Maybe this game is on my TV tonight. This game is on your TV tonight?
Yeah, it's about time, Philly. It's about time.
Is this game not on your TV? All right, here we go. Monday Night Football next week. Texans at the Seahawks. Oh, wait, is that tonight? Yeah, that's the next
Yes, that's the late game.
Yeah, I thought they were talking about next week. Yeah, that game sucks. Here we go. We got ourselves a 7-net ball game. Here come the Detroit Lions. Goff's going to be under center. 6:08 to go in the first quarter. They're at the 14-yard line. He's going to hand this thing off up the middle, and he's going to get a few yards there. About 3 yards on that. I'm pulling for Seattle now in baseball. Yeah, let me know. Who are you guys rooting for? I think a lot of people probably are going that way. One game, Monday Night Football starts next week, finally. Doesn't Monday Night Football... What do you mean it starts next week? Oh, one game Monday Night Football starts next. Yeah, those 2 games. I don't really care for the 2 games, unless one of them sucks anyways. Yeah, even like the early games, you know, I like them better when there's only one. Oh, here we go. Goff's going to throw this thing left side, and that's the same Brown. He makes a dude miss. That's going to be a first down past the 30-yard line. St. Brown is good. The Lions got the good one. The one that played for the Packers, I don't know about that, man. Yeah, St. Brown, though, he can get after it. Joey says, biggest surprise to me was Browns destroying Dolphins and Giants blowing a massive 26-8 lead, I think, with around 8 minutes left in the game. I mean, the Dolphins are just an absolute joke right now, you know what I mean? But, yeah, there are going to be some changes going on over there. We have a run left side by the Detroit Lions by Gibbs for a couple yards. Favorite thing from Packers game was seeing Parsons be a game wrecker and shut down the comeback by the Cardinals with the end of the game sack right at the right time, exactly when needed. All those sacks, I think they might have all been on third down. They were all in big situations, and that's when you need it when they were trying to get that comeback going. Here we go. We're gonna have hand it off up the middle. The Goff did, and that's gonna be a first down for the Detroit Lions. But yeah, that's what you need to do. Like, you need players who are going to step up in those moments. Like, it doesn't matter what happened throughout that game. Like, in that moment, get this stop and you're going to win this game. At least be in control. And big-time sack and big-time opportunity. That's how legends are born. Here we go, play action. He's rolling to his right. Goff, is he going to run it? He's going to try to run, and he's going to get a few yards. That more than a few. That's 6 yards. The party is here. What's up, Robert? Now we can all, celebrate a little bit. That's crazy. Pretty much had 4. You know what I mean?
He said the party's here. So.
Oh, okay. I was confused. I don't know. We got balloons, you know what I mean? Look at these balloons. I can't see the game.
We care about the viewers. We care.
2nd and 4. Here we go. Goff's going to get rid of this thing. That's going to be a first down. He's got blockers at the 30. He's at the 25. Gibbs gets to about the 22-yard line on that. And the Lions' offense is rolling.
That boy is good.
Yeah, Laporta. He's out there leading the way.
I was waiting. I was going to put up a counter to how many times you were going to say that name tonight. I should have done it.
His name, you know what I mean? I don't like the Lions, but I like saying Laporta. Here we go. Jared Goff's going to be under center over here. He's going to pitch this thing to Gibbs, and he's going to try to bounce it left, and nothing there.
You get
a buck
nothing
8 on that. Big loss. Like how dudes, you're not supposed to wear hoodies. Dude's wearing a hoodie. That was banned. Remember, James Jones got that banned. Vinnie Mac knows what's going on. Roll that beautiful balloon footage. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 13. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. He's back to throw. He's got time. Gets rid of it. That's going to be completed for about 3 yards. So 3rd down and long. 3rd down and 9. Here we go. The exact yards right here. 1:43 to go in the first quarter over here. No, that was the first. That was his first 3-sack game right there. That's what they said. So here we go. 3rd and 9. Goff's going to be in shaking. He's got a man to his right. He's back to throw. He's got time. Gets rid of it. That's going to be completed, and he's going to get to about the 16, maybe 15-yard line, just short of a first down. That's 4th down, but it's kind of manageable now if they did want to try to go for it. 4th down and 2, and they are, I think, going to go for it over here. Yeah, where's the old man Winter Frosty? Where's Frosty the Snowman? We can't sing the song if he ain't here. So here we go. From the 15-yard line, 4th and 2. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's back to throw. He's looking, throwing it for the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete and no good, and that's why I love Dan Campbell.
Oh, you almost had it.
Could have went down 10-0. I know. Even like they're saying they're bored, like the little card thing they have says to go for it there. I don't know. I say take the points. The Bucs offense really isn't getting after it. Little grab that he got away. Lion fans are crying about that little grab for the whole week. Lion fans, they don't just complain for like a day or two. They'll whine about last week during the current week. You know what I mean? During the current game. That's how Lion fans get down over there. You know what I mean? But here we go. 1st down and 10 now. Bucs taking over. Now, can they get something going here? They're going to be in a little pistol action over here. 15-yard line. Baker's changing stuff up at the line. And he's going to hand this thing off. He's trying to go up the middle. Lions defense was all over that. But that's going to be about a yard gain. He's lucky he handed it off because they were back in the backfield there. Live by the sword, die by the camel. You know what I mean? I think there's times to go for it for sure. I like that little bit of aggressiveness, but when you come playoff time, when you start playing like really good teams, I think it can get you. You know what I mean? Shout out to our kicker off the street, setting a new Packers record. I guess he was about to start working as a teacher before he got signed. That'll be a cool story for his students. I'm famous in Green Bay. Yeah, I think he was a substitute teacher. He's about to be, and now he's got. I think he's probably might have himself a kicking career. Even if it's not Green Bay, we're gonna figure out what the Packers do right now. They got some kickers now. There you go, Philly boy. I had him blocked over there, but here we go. End of the first quarter. We are gonna be right back after these messages. You know what I mean? Hang with us.
Try this. It's my favorite. Thanks. Whoa, wait. Be careful. I just mopped there.
Yeah, just these. Russell, I swear I see you everywhere.
Yeah, man. I've been busy. See you next time.
All righty, we are back. We got ourselves a 7-0 ball game. Here we go. Let's get to some comments right over here. The substitute teacher story not get a lot of traction last week. We get it for a second week. You know what I mean? I didn't think it's funny. Like whenever like players come up, even I remember Kurt Warner back in the days, like stocking shelves or something. And then all of a sudden there's in the league doing some stuff. You know what I mean? First quarter, 20 plays for the Lions, 7 for the Bucks. That's a big difference. That shows who's controlling the game right here. But now the Bucks down 7-0. Baker Mayfield's going to be under center. See if they can turn this around a little bit. 2nd down and 9. Baker's play action. He's looking to throw. He's throwing it left side. And that's to Evans. And I think there's a flag on a play. I think it'll be pass interference. That's what they should be doing, throwing it to Evans. Matt, why are there no Viking fans in your chat talking about their team? Because they lost. They are 3-3 in the bottom of the division. But yeah, the Viking fans, if they had won and the Packers lost, dude. Look at that grab, though, dude. That was a good catch. But, yeah, it was pass interference. He was all over him. I don't know. His butt cheek kind of landed 1 out, 1 in. Holding on the defense. 2 fouls on the defense. That's declined. Pass interference. First down. They're calling it incomplete, so the pass interference is there. But here we go. Strawberry Plains checking in, Matt. Name a team in the NFC that was in the playoffs last year that's playing consistently well week after week. There isn't one. Pack fans should be happy, even though they need to improve each week. Yeah, they definitely need to improve, but I say just keep stacking these wins and then see where you are at the end. But here we go. They're going to be at the 40-yard line here. Baker Mayfield's going to be under center. 14:53 to go in the second quarter. He's going to hand this thing off up the middle, and he's going to get a couple yards, maybe 3 there.
On that pass interference play, Matt, the officials were saying that he was inbounds just by a crack.
Then they said he was outbound by a crack. They are still complaining about the league stepping and overturning the touchdown yesterday, even though all the refs said it was a catch. I mean, there you go. That's what it is. Here we go. Baker Mayfield's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. 2nd down and 8. All right, he's back to throw. He's going to have time. Tosses it to his running back or whatever over here, and that's going to be not a first down. It was 2nd and 8. That's going to be about 3rd and 2 or so. You do the math. Southside Hillbillies here, Bears fan, hoping Detroit loses. Y'all got lucky at your game. Luck. You win or you lose, you know what I mean? Everyone always talks about the Packers like how lucky they are. The tie, like, oh, you're lucky you didn't lose. You're lucky we didn't win. You know what I mean? Ain't no luck in football. 3rd down and 3, Baker Mayfield. Gonna be in shaking. Play clock's down to 3, 2. Here you go. Baker's back to throw. He's looking left. That ball is batted into the air. Incomplete.
You get nothing.
Got nothing on that, you know what I mean? So it's me 4th down and 3, and the offense jogs off, dude. Bucks offense not looking good today at all. Yeah, checking his replay here. He just jumped in the air. Whoop! Got the hand up. And that thing was in the air for a minute, but no one's underneath it, so. Here we go. Now the punt team's over here. And the Lions offense going to get another shot over here. That's going to be fair caught about the 14-yard line is where they're going to start this thing. Five and 1 Tampa Bay. Not looking good right now. They're going commercial. We're going to stay right here, though. Hammer to chat. Let's chit-chat a little bit. What you want to talk about? Yeah, but going back to Micah Parsons, let's talk about that. And just this whole pass rush, it really needs to step up. Obviously, they had 3 sacks. They need to have a consistent pass rush because that secondary can be beat. You know what I mean? Especially when you're playing good teams. But when you have that pass rush there, it really helps. But Micah Parsons' first 3-sack game of his career, absolutely awesome. And check out this Victory Monday merch right here. TheMattRamage.com. Get yourself some Victory Monday merch. I can't find my Victory Monday hoodie. I probably have to order another one. But that's how it is, you know what I mean? But yeah, get you some, you know what I mean? You got all types of good stuff over there. But yeah, so there we go. And Packers won, you know what I mean? On top of the NFC North. We're going to see if the Lions lose this game because the Bears are sitting there at 3rd place. The Bears are actually in a good situation. I don't think it's going to last real long. I don't think they're going to be able to play the Saints every week. But that's where they are right now. I just noticed that huge right tackle for Tampa, number 77. His last name is Heck. You remember Andy Heck? That's his son, Charlie. We Are Old. You know what I think of Heck? I think of that one show, whatever show, that sitcom. I forget the name of it now. And with the Malcolm in the Middle, were they the Hecks? I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, what the heck? Got the old pigeon over here, dude. They're supposed to go away in the winter. They don't, though. I don't know if they're supposed to either. What's going on here with the Lion fans and having St. Brown statues, him standing upside down? But here we go. Well, how were you thinking? Versus how you thought this game was going to go? Probably not how it's going right now. It's a 7-0 ball game. I fully expected the Bucs to turn up over here, but they are looking horrible on offense. You know what I mean? And the Detroit's defense is all out. Their whole secondary. Look at that. Little quick Mac over here. Mac and cheese man with the merch over here. We got koozies. I should get some koozies. I don't have any of my own koozies. But here we go. They're coming back from commercial over here. Heard the pigeons are attracted to bad jokes. You know what I mean? I don't doubt it. That's why they dive down at me every time I leave the house. Here we go. 1st and 10. Jared Goff, 8 for 10, 137 yards and a touchdown this game. He's out in play action, trying to get the screen off over here, and they got it, dude. The defense was in position, but that's going to be a first down to the 30-yard line. Montgomery on the screen over here. I am generally worried about playing Rodgers. He knows how to play against a good pass rush, and I'm worried he's going to go back to being a surgeon and pick our secondary apart. LaFleur and Halfley, I trust you. Yeah, dude, when you're playing veteran quarterbacks, they know how to beat that. I mean, first of all, I know how to beat it. Just quick passes. If you're afraid of the pass rush, just get rid of it. Screens, slants, like all those types of stuff have a timing routes, you know what I mean? That's going to be a run, but a loss like a couple yards on that one. Montgomery going nowhere there.
You get nothing.
But yeah, Rodgers is going to be a tough one. That Steelers team, it's a good team. I think they have like 1 loss this season. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a good team. And Rodgers, he knows how to, when you're in the league as long as him, like, defenses really can't fool you. So they have to just come out and just play better than the offense. You know what I mean? And the Packers offense has to get after it too. It should be a good game. 2nd down and 12. Goff's going to be under center. Now they got flags. Movement on the right side, they're saying. False start on the offense. Dude, this ref, though, why is his face like so? He's just like, false start. Like, he's just like so disappointed in him. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, that dude got exposed by Parsons. That Sewell. They always brag up. Oh, here we go. Goff's going to be in shaking. Montgomery to his left. 2nd down and 17. Goff's back to throw. Gets rid of it. Quick pass. That's going to be the 35-yard line. So they got a big chunk of that and make it 3rd down and like 3. If the quarterback is going to throw short all the time, Hafley has to let the corners jump some of that. It's a risk, but that's why you pay Xavier McKinney. Yeah, if they're continually throwing short, they're going to make changes and whatnot. But it seems to work. Like, dude, you see teams do it over and over, even against the Packers. Like, they just kind of dink and dunk you to death. 3rd down and 5, and then when the Packers try, it doesn't work for us. Here we go. Goff's going to be in shotgun over here. I think the Bucs are bringing the heat. Goff's back to throw. He's going to have pressure. They're on him, and that's going to be a sack. 3rd down and 5, and the Bucs brought it.
Boom.
And, I mean, they
He's on
knew
his
it, but
back.
they just couldn't stop it.
You'll feel that one tomorrow.
Rodgers will just throw to Trey McBride all night. I'm pretty sure the man is still up from yesterday. 2 ways to beat Rodgers: make his teammates mess up, so he's going to yell at them, we saw this too much, or have one of his linemen tackle him as they run off the field. No, I think that the way to get Rodgers off is pressure up the middle. I mean, he can roll out and do some damage, but here we go. Here comes the punt. I think we're going to have a return here from about the 26-yard line. He's at the 30, 35, and he's going to get to about the 36-yard line. But I think you get pressure up the middle on him, but he can, he can roll right, he can roll left, he can get it done. But older he gets, he's probably gonna be doing too much rolling. He still got some wheels because we've seen him. But I think that's what you want to do, though. You don't want them to sit back there and pick you apart.
There was a report, Matt, that he said that after he got tackled by his lineman, he said he got mad because it made his shoulder hurt. After that, that's why he was yelling at the lineman. I read that today.
Yeah, so that was funny. Roger will probably be busy yelling at the Packers' young wide receivers on Sunday. Force of habit. Yeah, Rogers ain't afraid to let you know how he feels about stuff. You know what I mean? He yelled at me once. I like that. Haha makes me feel better about jokes.
You should tell. Hey, for those that haven't heard the story since it's commercial, tell them about when Rogers yelled at you.
Yeah, I was the umpire. That's a celebrity umpire, and they told me basically I don't have to do nothing. They're like, just be here, whatever, stand out here like the second base umpire. But then, so I wasn't really paying attention, and then the players, like, they thought I was the umpire. So a play came in, it was close. I wasn't really paying attention because, like, it's Aaron Rodgers right here. Like, there was Zadarius Smith was right there, like all these players around. So I was kind of like in awe of it. And then the play came in, and then they all looked at me. So I was like, I got 50-50 shot right here. And I was like, safe. And then Rodgers started yelling at me. He's like, what are you doing? What are you talking? I think I said, not, I know, I think he said, I don't forget. I said whatever Rodgers didn't want me to say. And then he started yelling at me. Devontae Adams came up, and they're like, what's going on? And then like a little bit later, after it happened, then Rodgers looked at me, and he goes, are you umping or just hanging out? That's what he said to me. He was all fired up. But that's what it is, you know what I mean? But they're competitive dudes. I mean, I didn't take it personally. And then Devontae Adams actually later on DM'd me and said it was all in fun. I was like, oh, yeah, I had a blast. No, it was fun. It was cool. I didn't take it that serious. I know I cried that night. What's up, Ivan? I'm here in the Walmart parking lot. What's going on over there with your life, Ivan? You're over at Walmart parking lot. You just hanging out, or are you guys shopping over there?
He's not supposed to be 300 yards, close to that. He's supposed to be like 300 yards away from there.
You've been kicked out of Walmart so many times.
Yeah.
What's going on? Not showing his receipt. All right, here we go. We come back. Jared Goff, 10 and 12, 164 yards and touchdown. Todd Bowles, the defensive play caller. Not doing real good right now, but I ain't going to lie to you. Actually, I mean, it is 7-0. But Goff's having a day right here, 36-yard line. Mayfield looking to throw. He's throwing it deep, and that's going to be overthrown. A lot of collisions over here.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Mike Evans down there. I don't know. I don't think that play was designed that way.
Yeah, you're right. That looks like somebody messed up their route.
Because they're like right next to each other. Like they're saying on the TV right now, you don't have routes designed to run into each other. they literally ran into each other as the ball's in the air. And I'm like, yeah, that's what we want you guys to do. They practice that, like, and then you run into him as he's about to catch the ball, and you basically play defense. So here we go, 2nd down and 10. Baker Mayfield's in shit again. He's back to throw. Throws the left side. That's going to be completed to about the 40. Yeah, they're not getting anything really downfield. That's about a 4-yard play right there.
Hey, that previous play, is that the new way to get a pass interference thrown on yourself to get the ball down there?
They should have ref throw a flag. Like, oh, nope, same team. Sorry. What up, 50-year-old Phil? All right, just calling him out right like that. You know what I mean? Falling prices. See, that's a good joke right there. You get no ha-ha, though. Here you go, 3rd down and 6. Baker Mayfield in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. He's back to throw. He gets rid of it. That's going to be close to a first down. It's completed. I think they're going to give him that first down. Right on the line there. Ivan is lining up for the breakfast special at McDonald's. DQ birthday cake about to go down the gullet. Why is Ivan taking so many shots here? So there we go. We're going to have 1st down and 10 over here. 8:45 to go in the 2nd quarter. Pressure rate 15% for Aiden Hutchinson. Baker Mayfield back to throw out a shotgun. He's throwing it down the right sideline, and nobody is there. What is this going on?
He tried the corner and missed.
This is receiver. Was that Mike Evans stop? The whole like picture on the TV that there was no one there. Evan is talking to the ref like, hey, yo, something must have happened there.
Maybe it was a good ghost.
He said, who is True North and why is he aligning me with McDonald's? All right, here we go. Baker Mayfield, 2nd down and 10. He's going to hand this thing off up the middle, and they're going to try to they get to about the 50-yard line. They got a few on that. Not going to be enough, though, dude. He does not eat McDonald's. McDonald's isn't real food. I don't eat great, but I don't eat that. I mean, I used to a lot. Obviously, that's how I got this figure. You know what I mean?
I'm waiting for Ivan to say, I watch what I eat, but then we hear the stuff that he makes at home.
Yeah.
Like I had 18 bratwursts. And
yeah, I watch what I eat, too. Everyone watches before they eat it. You know what I mean? Here we go. 3rd down and 6. Baker Mayfield's going to be in shotgun. They're switching some stuff up. Play clock's down to 3-2. There you go. He's back to throw. And that's going to be completed on the sideline, I think. No, incomplete. They're saying incomplete.
You get nothing.
Yeah, this Bucs offense is crumbling, dude. All right, so he got it. Mike Evans, I don't think he was able to get that. Yeah, he was not able to get that other foot down. Nope, only 1 foot in. Are these receivers and Baker reading the same playbook tonight? I don't know. It's crazy. Matt, are you going to be at the Vikings game on November 23rd? I don't think so. I'm going to that Giants game. Oh, here we go. We have the punt over here, but the kicker, I don't know, he got touched. I don't think they're going to throw a flag on it, but 12-yard line, fair caught over here. 7:35 to go in the 2nd quarter. Down goes Mr. Ed. Yeah, who is Baker throwing to right now? This offense is just all over the place. All right, we're at commercial. We will be right back.
This is the last bag of chips. I'd fight my own grandmother for just one.
Hey, it's chips and soda.
I'll go tell Coffee and Donuts.
Mm-mm.
All righty, so who got the trivia question right? Were you paying attention? Who got the trivia question right? I know I did. I did, for sure. I knew exact dates and everything. Shout out to Vinny for putting those trivia questions together. But I guessed beforehand, I guessed 3, and it was 2 times. That was the right one, I think. But yeah, I was wrong. I was close, though. But here we go. We have ourselves a 7-net ball game. 7:35 to go in the second quarter. It's first down and 10, baby. We have 187 people watching across all the places right now. You know what I mean? Not as many as the Packer game, but we have 2 people on Kick watching. I don't know if they're bots or real people or what's going on. But if you're real, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? First down and 10, but there's a flag. False start. Offense number 68, and this ref looks fired up. Why are Packers start playing in the fourth quarter? Yeah, they need to start a little sooner. I agree with you. Kind of that first half, kind of just, yeah. And then in the second half, kind of get it going. You got to come out swinging. I think it might have had something to do, I don't make excuses, but that their plane being delayed like 6 hours if they were sitting in that plane for that long. And I think it's kind of throws everything off, but there's no excuses. That's not an excuse because they got to get it going. But here we go. Goff's going to hand this thing off. And he's going to hit the circle button. Now he's going to bounce this thing left side. He's going to get past the 10-yard line. He's going to chase out of bounds, but he made a little something out of nothing. It's still second down, and there's a flag on the play. Let's see what this is happening over here. This is, I think it's on Detroit. Oh, are they saying it's a face mask? All right, so it's on the offense. That was not a face mask. They were kind of showing against the Bucs. He touched his face mask, but he didn't grab it. Yeah, there was nothing there on the face mask. But Aaron says, are you going to do any more baseball streams this season? I don't think so. I didn't plan on it. I did those ones because, the Brewers or whatever, but I don't think so. But it was fun doing those. Maybe down the road, do some more. Slow starts are a hallmark of the LaFleur era, but he's really good at halftime adjustments. Would be nice to play 4 quarters. I mean, I feel like that's like a Packers history. I mean, even before LaFleur, we had moments where we were always kind of like that second half team, kind of flake off in the first half. But, yeah, they got to figure this thing out. Gibbs is Houdini. He is. He's pretty good at football, you know what I mean?
That boy is good.
So it's 1st and 17. Did they say half the distance to the goal? So
yeah, that's what they said before. Yeah.
The Lions are upset because they think it should be a face mask, but he was open-handed on his face mask, like for a second. Face mask if you clamp on. Like Lions are like the king of like boo-hoo, we need all the penalties. Play clock's down to 2. Here we go. They're going to be running this thing up the middle. He's going to get not a lot, a couple yards there. It's going to be second down. I'd say about 15.
No, you're right. We're going to hear about that last play all week now.
We will. There's a couple of them. Maybe 2 weeks. They still complain about the Chiefs game today. Like, bro, you guys play football. So we got an injury over here. You want an open hand, you know what I mean? When it comes to face masks, you do. It would have been nice if they would have won someone you streamed. Yeah, I don't know if I was bad luck. I don't know. Could be my fault. I've heard that theory. That I didn't stream anything all season. They had the most wins in the league, and then I stream and they immediately lose. So I don't know. We're at commercial, but we're gonna hang out right here, Philly boy. What you want to talk about, Philly boy? What you want to talk about? Some open hand. Here we go, Ivan. Lions are upset because they are crybabies with only one NFL championship since before I was born. And you are not no young chicken, you know what I mean? But yeah, they weren't doing anything since the 50s. Phil says, I'm finally live. I don't understand what's going on with Phil. What you talking about? Vinny, do you know?
Maybe he feels better because he just took a shower. I don't know.
He's finally seeing the game. He couldn't see before.
That could be. Maybe he's seeing the game now.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
I choose to believe it's about time he finally took a shower. So.
Here we go. Yeah, Ramage damage. I should get a shirt made like that. I mean, I don't think anyone would want to buy it, but maybe I'd wear it. 1957, the last time the Lions won a championship. He's been dead for a while. Who's dead? Oh, I don't know. I'm so confused with this. Yeah, I got it now. I don't think Phil is dead, though. We got zombies watching the stream, you know what I mean? And still only have 200 people. Zombies are watching. Let's get them all in here, you know what I mean? We got 200 folks watching live across the place right now. I appreciate you know what I mean? One person on Twitch, you know what I mean? I bet you I know who it is. We have the same person on Twitch. Usually it's the Shadow. I forget that.
All right, Matt, to give you an update, as of right now in the game, Baker Mayfield is 6 for 11, 24 yards. That's all he's thrown for.
That ain't good. You're going to need more than that.
Yeah, well, Goff is 10 for 12, 164, averaging 13.7 with 1 TD.
There you go. Second down and 14. Goff's going to be in shit. Yeah, he's got a man who's left back to throw. Bucs defense got to pull up right here. They got him in a bad situation, but that's going to be a completion to about the 17-yard line. So we're going to be third down and manageable now. 6:25 to go in the second quarter. 3rd and 6. I think I already said that. Oh, yeah, so that's what he meant. Finally watching the game. I got you. Hey, look at that. Someone say my name. Say my name. Say my name. I don't want to sing that song. I might get copyrighted because I'm a really good singer. You know what I mean? All right, okay, Goff's back to throw. He's got time, gets rid of it. That's going to be in the dirt. I don't think that's completed. And there's a flag on the play. Of course there is. The pass bounced. This guy. Illegal contact on the defense. Automatic first down. Let me see this replay. I bet the Lions will be crying about this all week, will they? He kind of ran into him, though. St. Brown just ran right over him. I don't understand how that is a penalty. Shed Road 95. It's a good name right there, you know what I mean? Here we go. Goff's going to hand this thing off out of shotgun. Right up the middle at the first down. He's moving. He's at the 50, 45, 40. He's down to the 30. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown for Gibbs, and the Lions jump it up 13-0. With the extra point incoming, dude, Gibbs was off to the races. Like, dude, like nobody was anywhere near him. 78-yard rushing touchdown. You talk about New York calling that penalty. And the Lions score a huge play right here. They cut to Mike Evans. He does not look happy, dude. The Bucks, what you gonna do about it though? 4-play drive, 87 yards, 144 off the clock. Yeah, he was gone. He's fast. He's a fast guy. I wonder how fast he was running. They'll probably tell you. Here comes the extra point. It's gonna be good. Yay! There we go, dude. Yeah, 14-point game. Lions over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that's not what you want to see right here. You know what I mean? But to me, I don't really care like who wins. I'd probably lean towards the Bucks, but you know, the Lions actually, it's impressive to play, you know, their defense, what they're doing without so many starters in there. So shout out to the Lions, you know what I mean? But I don't think it really matters to the Packers because, like I say right here, Packers will either be the number 1 seed in the NFC after tonight or 2 games up within the division on the Lions. Either way is a win-win for the Packers. Like, yeah, because if you're looking in division or you're looking throughout the whole NFC, you know, Tampa Bay, they're 5-1. So if they drop to 5-2, you know, you see how all that works. So, yeah, so I think it kind of helps the Packers either way. In the middle of the season, all that doesn't matter. So, like, even if, like, you know, like the Bears popped up to 3rd place, yeah, for a week. Like, it doesn't really matter until you come end of the season. But it's good to look at, good to talk about. I mean, it's good to see, like, where your team stacks up. But here we go. Packers are in 1st place in the NFC North right now. There we go. Maybe, let me get to this comment here. Maybe they are in the twilight zone. What's up, Sid? So here we go. 106 rushing yards. And I wonder, I'm probably playing against him in fantasy, I bet. I just have that feeling.
That boy is good.
What's going on here? Oh, yeah, I'm playing against Baker Mayfield in fantasy. I don't know why it's not showing the points. Yeah, I'm playing like the best team in my league in fantasy. I don't know who cares about my fantasy team. But I was actually winning, but now it's not updating, so shout out to Sleeper. Weak app, you know what I mean? First down and 10, here we go. What is up, Erica? How you doing this evening? Appreciate you coming hanging out. Here we go. We are going to have about the 35-yard line. Baker's going to be under center. He's handing this thing off. They're going to bounce this thing left side. He's trying to stiff arm him. He does. He's going to get still 40. Didn't get much past that, though. You know what I mean? Happy Victory Monday, Erica. Hope you had a good one as well. Dude, that was quite the stiff arm. But he still had nowhere to go, so didn't really help him too much. All right, here we go. Baker's going to be under center, ball to the 40-yard line. Play action. He's looking to throw. He's looking to go left. He's looking to go deep, and he does, and that's going to be, did he get it? That's to Mike Evans, and I think he got hurt, incomplete, and he's down. That doesn't look good at all. Look at Baker's face, like, dude. Yeah, he's still laying there, dude. This is not good. I don't know. Hang on, I gotta look at that. Thoughts on He had that ball. It came out, though, because whatever he hurt. Yeah, I think he like broke his collarbone, maybe. I don't like to guess, or whatever, but the way he's holding his arm like that, some in his shoulder, some in there.
Hey, there's another name for you. Igbuka.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, this don't look good, though. They're trying to help him to his feet over here. So he's on his feet over here. All right, so they walk him off. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Yeah, that doesn't look good. That seems like it's going to be a serious situation. Yeah, I think one of these right there. You've seen other players have that injury. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully not. 3rd down and 5. Trying to send all the positive vibes over there. So here we go. Now they back. Baker Mayfield. Gonna be in shit. Yeah, he's got a man to his right. They're about the 40-yard line. Baker Mayfield back to throw. He's going to have time. He's running out of time. Better get rid of it. He goes down for the sack. Nowhere to go.
You
And
get
the Lions
nothing.
And shows up. And that's 4th down. Hey, Frosty the Snowman is here. What's up, Frosty the Snowman? Frosty's in the building. All right, here comes the punt over here. Let's see if we're going to have a return. Fair catch over here. About the 14-yard line. 4:13 to go in the second quarter. And here comes the Lions. It looks like Mike Evans may have hurt either his shoulder or his collarbone or something in his back because he's being helped off with one of the trainers. He's done some damage to something. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Doesn't look good. Hey, Vinny, how are you? I could ever send you some homemade vegetable soup.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Vinny just killed Mr. Ed again. All right, here we go. We're going to have Goff's going to be in shit again. They're about the 14-yard line. He's back to throw. He's looking. He shuffles this thing forward for a couple yards. Little game there. We got 4:06 to go in the second quarter. Lions have all 3 of their timeouts, so that playbook obviously is way open. 4 minutes, a lot of time. But they're going to want to try to get a scoring drive. I feel like if they get a touchdown here, they're going to put the Bucs out. Mike Evans is obviously not going to return. This Bucs team has not been doing anything yet. And I don't think they're going to get any better with Mike Evans being out. 2nd down and 7, like 158 passing yards for the Lions, 17 for the Bucs. Goff's back to throw. Throws it right side towards the sideline. That's going to be completed. He's going to go out of bounds. There's a flag in the play. I'm not sure that was completed.
It's going to be a push-off, I'll bet.
Yeah, that's going to go back. It's kind of like a back shoulder throw, but you probably pushed off a little bit. All right, let's speed up the process over here. What's it going to be? Pass interference on the offense. Half the distance to the goal. So they're picking up the other one. So offensive pass interference. Let's see right here. Top of the row. Yeah, he kind of pushes him off. I don't know. I'm not really sure he pushed off too much. Why am I nervous when we go to Detroit? I mean, it's a division game. Lions are good, but I ain't scared. You know what I mean? 2nd and 15. Now Goff's gonna be in shotgun. Empty backfield, about 8.5 yard line. Let's see what they got. He's back to throw. He's throwing towards the left sideline. That's going to be overthrown, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 15. I thought they were going to try to go through in the middle, try to get a
You're gonna be quicker than that.
chunk of that, but they went, trying to get the whole thing right there. Did he get a separation? Then it's a push off. I mean, I don't know. It didn't, from that one angle that I saw, it didn't really look like he had his arm extended. They're gonna call that for sure. I just don't think it was like the worst one I've seen. 3rd and 15. Here we go. Goff's gonna be in shotgun. He's back to throw. He's got pressure though in his face. Knocks that thing out of the air, and that's gonna be a punting situation.
You get nothing.
Just that we have really done really well against Detroit on Thanksgiving. I think even during the Stafford Goff years, we're still winning some. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a big game. They're both gonna be jacked up for it. Can't wait. Lions are cheaters. I agree. How many times during a game do we hear flag on the play? Who gets ball second half? I think the Bucks do, but here comes the punt over here.
Bucks get the ball because the Lions ran it right down the field to start off the
So
game.
we got to return here to 30-35, and he's trying to get to the 40. He's not going to get there. Not going to get much on that. And they were punting right there. A little behind in the comments over here. Mike Evans is going off on the card on the sideline here. Yeah. I can't imagine that pain. First and 10. Baker Mayfield's going to be in shotgun, empty backfield. He's back to throw. They got pressure immediately. He gets rid of it, though. That's going to be completed. But the ball is out, and now they got it. Now the Lions got it. Now the Bucks got it. I think the Lions are going to end up on top of it, and they are. That was a wild play right there, and this horrible day for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and their fans continues. Oh, my goodness. Turnover is right. Yeah, he caught the ball. He made some football moves. He came in and punched that thing out. It was. And that was just a good job just punching that ball. He came in swinging on that thing. I would like to win Sunday, but if we don't, that's okay too. Yeah, I'd like to win. Packers are in a good situation for just where they stand in the NFC and in the division. They got to keep winning though. You know what I mean? Looks just like yesterday. Here we go. So what do we got here? 1st down and 10. Goff's going to be under center. They got 41 yards to go to the end zone. He's going to hand this thing off. He makes some dudes miss, hits the little juke button, and that's going to be about 5 or 6 yards right there. 2nd down, 2:33 to go in the second quarter. Man, we thought the Packers had a rough first half yesterday. This was crazy from Tampa. It is. So it says concussion shoulder for Mike Evans. He's out. But yeah, you're speaking facts. But here we go, Montgomery. He got nowhere to go. He falls down, and that's going to be a loss of maybe 2.
You get nothing.
Parsons get Rodgers twice, book it. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with Rodgers. I mean, he's older, but he can still run a little bit, but he can't outrun Parsons. So, yeah, I expect him to try to get rid of that ball kind of quick and not have him dancing around back there. Yeah, you guys ain't winning Sunday. All right. I beg to differ there, Kevin. I've heard that a lot. I heard that this week. I hear that most weeks. You know what I mean?
Was he saying that to Lions fans for next Sunday?
Maybe. All right, we'll get back to that comment. We're going to step away here. We got a commercial break. Be right back.
What are you drawing?
I draw me walking a dog if I had a dog.
Where's my donut?
I have no idea.
I like your drawings.
Thank you.
Attention. Have you or a loved one been seriously... forget that. Let's do this Nicolet Law style and give the people what they want.
It's Nicolet! It's Nicolet! Nicolet Law!
The Ultimate fan would know that the Packers played their first ever road game in Ishpeming, Michigan.
An Ultimate fan would know that Coach LaFleur was the 15th head coach and that he won 7 out of his first 8 games.
If anyone should decide who the ultimate Packers fan is, I should make that call.
Coach LaFleur?
Could you make the cut and become the Kwik Trip Ultimate Packers fan presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar?
One lucky fan will win a prize pack that includes $50,000 and 2 tickets to every Packers home and away game next season. Full rules at kwiktrip.com/sweepstakes.
Hi.
All right, so we are back over here. 2 minutes to go. 3rd down and 5. Goff is back to throw, middle of the field, and that's going to be incomplete. Got there right in time, dude.
Oh, you almost had it.
So what did I didn't see what Rex Ryan said yesterday. He says a lot of stuff though. Probably something bad about Jordan Love. I think I might have seen some clip he was saying he doesn't trust Jordan Love or something like that. I think that's what it was. But he's always saying stuff. No one really cares about Rex Ryan, you know what I mean? He puts his foot in his mouth quite a bit, you know what I mean? Maybe other people's too, you know. 54-yard attempt. The Lions going for a field goal here. You know, I didn't know they had a kicker. Thought they just went for it all the time. But here we go. It's up. Oh, no wonder they go for it so much. That's going to be no good. And my face is safe. No Laporta, no first. He said that he didn't trust Jordan Love and he would always turn over the ball. He was talking smack. One thing about turning over the ball, Jordan Love doesn't have that many interceptions. I don't know how many he has exactly, but it's not like he's like leading the league in interceptions. I feel like people who talk about interceptions with Jordan Love don't actually watch the games. So we'll call him Rex Ryan in that. Rex Ryan has the same teeth as Mr. Ed. Mr. Ed, Mr. Ed, Mr. Ed. Wilmer. Here we go. Baker Mayfield, 1st and 10, 151 to go in the second quarter. They got some time. They want to get something done right here. That's going to be completed, I think, to the tight end. They're fighting for the ball, and the Lions are saying they got it. Did a little wrestling match, but like, how can they determine who had the ball? Let's see the replay here. Yeah, I don't know, dude. But now they're giving it to the offense over here. That was close. All right, Baker Mayfield back to throw. Now they're shutting this thing down. They might be looking at that thing again. I think the only losers miss kicks indoors. Let's see what these refs are talking about. See, that throw was high. All right, so kind of got that, but it seemed to me like that Lions player might have had a... Yeah, it kind of looks like he had more possession of it. I don't know. That is tough. Let's see what they say about this. Let me know. What do you think? I think this is a good stoppage, so I think that they should have stopped this and took a look at it. What do you think, Philly boy? Yeah, that's the thing. It would have to be that the Bucks never had control, because once there's control, the play is done because they're both on the ground rolling around touching each other. You know what I mean? They're in contact with each other. Phil says he thinks it's going to be an interception.
I think it's going to be an interception also, because it looks like the Lions
like he had
player
more
has
possession.
control. Yeah.
Not sure you can ever say that the Bucks guy had full possession of the ball. It's over by his shoulder here. Yeah. Yep, interception. Ball reverse. And there they go, celebrating. Reversed. 1:24 to go in the second quarter. Lions offense can come back out here.
Lions fans are going to complain that call reversal took too long.
I know, right?
You know?
Like, well, I'm surprised they actually gave us something. Here we go. Let's keep her moving over here. 1:46 to go in the second quarter. First down and 10. And dude, this Bucks defense got to be like, dude, just over this game. The next play started, and the refs came in to stop at Detroit, the new Kansas City for the refs. They're gonna run this thing, and that's gonna be about a yard, right? Is that what happened there? I missed it. It's second down here. 1:37 to go. Clock is ticking. Lions have all 3 timeouts. More Laporta, more ratings. What are we wowing? All right, here we go. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. Second down and 9. 1:15 to go in the second quarter. 47-yard line right here. He's back to throw. Quick pass on the sideline over here to St. Brown, and he's going to get out of bounds. The clock's going to stop at 1:03. They're short of the first down. It's going to be third down and pretty short. Green Bay for life, baby. Here we go. Third down and 1. 5 reception, 87 yards for St. Brown. Third down and 1. Goff's going to be under center. Gibbs in the backfield. I think they're probably just going to try to run this. They have 3 timeouts. Oh, yeah, they're going to quarterback sneak this thing. I know, it's close, dude. Was it? No, he's going to get this. First down and 10, 50 seconds to go. The clock is still ticking. They're like, no, we're going to take some timeouts to halftime with us, I guess. Now they use one. It seems like they waited a little long. Yeah, they are the new Kansas City Chiefs because they don't like something and they're going to try to. Yeah, that's... Lion fans are, they're fun. No Evans. Bucks will be 5-4 in a few weeks. Yeah, with no Mike Evans, dude, they are in trouble. Matt, thanks for all you do. Got to jump, but you the man. Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for being here, dude. We have a good time over here. Appreciate it. But here we go. We have ourselves a 14-0 ball game, and Yeah, it's not looking good for the Bucs, dude. Without Mike Evans, I mean, they weren't looking too good in this game with Mike Evans, but I feel like the Bucs are a good team with Mike Evans, but they just weren't playing like it. But without him, that's gonna be rough for them. Hopefully he's not going too long, but it's not looking good. Here we go, Goff back to throw. He's got pressure. He goes down. He goes down big time, sack. And that's what they needed right there.
He's on his back.
Well, they have 2 timeouts.
You'll feel that one tomorrow.
One yet. Yeah, dude, no one touched him. No one even looked at him. He broke free. Goff got murdered. Tampa has been so bad that going to halftime down 17-0 would be something of a win. I mean, I don't know. They've been pretty good this year. But, yeah, this game, I get what you're saying. With what they they looked like the score doesn't even match up how much the Lions have been dominating this game. It's 14-0, but really the Lions have been in full control. Every mistake that was made basically was by the Bucs. The Bucs, like, they kind of have their moments when they kind of get him down there, like right there. That was a big-time sack. Here we go, Goff back to throw, and he's throwing it deep left side. Interception by the Bucs over here at the 40. He's running it back to about the 45-yard line. 20 seconds to go. They do have 3 timeouts. 20 seconds is a lot of time, but, like, maybe they can get lucky, dude. If they get lucky and figure out, get some cheap touchdown, remember that Minneapolis miracle? We need, like, a miracle like that over here for the Bucs to even be relevant in this game. Just something lucky like that. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing there. Dude, what was he doing there, Phil?
I think something kind of joggled his head after that hit on that sack.
Yeah,
he wasn't
like,
thinking straight.
There was a lot of Bucs players around there, and especially the guy who caught it. So here we go. We're going to have Baker Mayfield in shotgun. He's got an empty backfield out here. Can they even get in line to get a field goal? And he's going to throw this thing, and that's going to be first down, I believe, but that is at the career-long line for the field goal kicker. 14 seconds. They have 3 timeouts, so they're going to use one right there. Positive play for the Bucs. Goff had to be seeing stars after that big hit. Yeah, maybe that was it. Any points would be a win. Yeah, if the Bucs can even go into the locker room, 14-0 is a win for them. No beer tonight, Matt. No, I'm having a couple. Not too many. This one's empty, though. But here we go. We're going to have Baker Mayfield in shotgun. He's got a man to his left, right is right. Here we go. Back to throw. He's rolling left. He can't move around too much, and that's going to be completed to the 32-yard line, and he's still on his feet. You're going to have to go down at some point, bud. The play clock's, game clock's down to 4 seconds. They call a timeout, so I assume they're going to go for a field goal right here. And if they can go in there 14-3, it's a good situation for the Bucs, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not sure. They got to come out here in the second half and really get some stuff done. Goff looks like a confused cartoon. Yeah, this kick is coming up over here. So 9 of 13 under 50 yards. 50-plus yards, he's 4 for 4. Make that make sense. Let's see what he's got right here, though. This is going to be a 53-yard attempt. This is a big one right here. Look at that beard in that dude, you know what I mean? He's eyeing up the goalpost. All right, that's where I got to kick it. Let's go. Ball is snapped. It's up, and it's going to be good! There we go. So we got ourselves a 14-3 ball game over here. Here we go. End of the second quarter. You can tell because Philly boy just got crashed and burned. You know what I mean? We're going to step away here for halftime. And we're going to be right back. Don't go nowhere. You know what I mean? Hang with us. You know what I mean? Go Pack Go.
Hi. Have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolet.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, you know anything about this guy?
I know he likes billboards. This is the 342nd one we've put up this year.
Oh, you know, I've heard he's actually a decent lawyer.
I'm sure he is.
I always wanted to do that. Hey, I'll help you clean up. Sorry about that.
Sure.
You guys have been doing a great job. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Russell.
Nice beard, though.
Oh, thanks.
Any news, Dan?
Not yet.
I love you.
We're here for you. Kwik Trip.
We are back over here, you know what I mean? Halftime, 14-3 in a game I didn't expect it to be how it is. We got about, 9:50 to go before they come back from halftime over there. And what is up, Deb? How you doing over here? And let me know, ham in the chat, what you want to talk about. We got some time over here in between before this game gets underway again. You want to talk about some Green Bay Packers? What are you thinking? Packers on top of the division right here, looking like the Lions are going to win this game. And then, the Packers will still be on top of the division. But let me know what you want to talk about. Ham in the chat. The Packers, just had a field goal right here at the end of this one. New Packers field goal record, 61 yards, longest field goal ever kicked by a Packer. And I've seen Mason Crosby made a video about it. And he said that he has this football, because he had the previous record. And he's like, now it's meaningless. No, I don't need this no more. He's like, records are made to be broken. And then everyone in the comments is like, let me have your ball. But so new record. That'll be interesting to see what they do. Do you think that there's any chance that they do we have a kicking controversy in Green Bay? A kicker controversy? I don't know. Let's talk about it a little bit. But over here, Bo Melton starting on Sunday. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure about that. I'll have to check. I'll have to look into that. But I'm not really sure offhand. Here's something I want to say why on Tecmo Bowl aren't the Packers on it. The Packers are on Tecmo Bowl. I used to play Tecmo Bowl back in the day, and that's like a newer version. I don't know why it wouldn't be. But I remember back in the day playing Tecmo Bowl on the old Nintendo, and Chuck Cecil was a monster in that game. He ran like 47 miles an hour, it seemed like. Like you could just use him every single time. Him and Bo Jackson were like the stars of the game. I felt like Bo Jackson, you could just use him and just do the zigzag all the way to the end zone every single time. You know what I mean? But Chuck Cecil was, and then those graphics, you know what I mean? I love Tecmo Bowl back in the day. We used to do whole Tecmo Bowl seasons. They didn't have seasons and franchise like that on video games back then. But me and my brother would write down all the stuff, and write down. We'd have seasons. We spent a lot of time on that, probably more than. That's what people say. Oh, kids, when I was a kid, we weren't on video games like I was, and I'm 46 years old. We've spent a lot of time playing some Tecmo Bowl and Mario Brothers and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? Joey says, not going to lie, this early Monday Night Football game is making me think it's later than it is. Guess I'll get extra sleep tonight. For real, it is for me too. What time is it? It's 7:42. All right, it's about bedtime. You know what I mean? I work at 4 a.m. So, but we're over at halftime. 7 minutes and 13 seconds to go before second half starts. So, you know what I mean? Let's chat. What you want to talk about? Oh, yeah. So, I think we got all those. I think we're all caught up on the comments over here. But there we go. We got basketball starting up over here. Opening week, Cavaliers at the Knicks. Maybe we'll do a Bucks live stream at some point. Check out the podcast. I think Vinny's trying to tell me to promote the podcast. You can listen to it everywhere that you listen to podcasts. I'm at Ramage Show. Unless you listen to some weird spots. I saw someone else advertising their podcast, and he's like, I think it was Bill Maher or something. I saw like a sponsored post, and he's like, anywhere you listen to podcasts, because everyone says that, right? Everywhere you listen to podcasts, and he goes, unless it's like on the dark web or something. I'm not sure we're on the dark web. Maybe you are, you know what I mean? But anyways, listen to my podcast. That'd be cool. And I actually talked to Jimmy a little bit. He's not going to be on the show this week. Hoping that next week we can make something work. Have Jimmy return. You know what I mean? Haven't talked to him in a little bit, so that would be good. Baker Mayfield in this game, 20. I missed that stat.
Actually, I've got the stats right here for you.
No, it was like different stats. It's like career, but I missed it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, let us know. Hit us with the stats, Vinny.
Okay, so at halftime, Baker is sitting at 9 of 16 for 47 yards, averaging 2.9 per play, or per pass, I should say, with one interception. His rating as of halftime, 35.4. Not good. While Jared Goff is 13 for 19 for 183, averaging 9.6 per pass, 1 TD, 1 interception with a 94.8 rating.
There you go. Phil says Bucks 58 yards. But yeah, it's not looking good for the Bucks, dude. The Bucks are looking horrible. They're kind of going over the highlights right here. The Rams popped off 35-7 against the Jaguars. Jaguars were like kind of looking good, you know. They were kind of not good, but like I think they might have had a decent start, but not looking good right there. It was the Tecmo Super Bowl that had Green Bay. All right. Yeah, I mean the game I played. I'm not really sure. I think it was Tecmo. Yeah, it might have been Tecmo Super Bowl.
See, I remember Tecmo Bowl having it, and I played it, and Green Bay was in it. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's two separate games, and they kind of sound kind of the same thing. But I got this new hat today. What do you think about my hat? I got this from the pro shop today.
Sure is spiffy.
It was on sale. I think it's like a old sideline hat or something. Anyways, I hope Kraft balls out and is talked as one of the top 5 tight ends in the NFL. I'd love to see Evan Williams ball out and become known as the elite player too. Yeah, I think Kraft is that dude. They got to get the ball to him more. But I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be like that dude. Just not getting the opportunities. And Evan Williams, I like him a lot. He's a good player. I'd like to see all these guys ball out. All of them, you know, become all pros and whatnot. Seattle, Toronto, 1-1 top second. Seattle with runners on second and third, 1 out. There you go. For the people
I do agree with what you were saying earlier. I think I would root for Seattle now too. I'd like to see Seattle go and win it. Yeah.
I'm not really rooting for either. I don't know. I probably won't root for the Dodgers. But other than that, I don't know.
I guess my theory is I just want to see somebody different win.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Is like I don't really care, but then I'd rather the Dodgers not win it. So I guess I'm the same. If McDaniels is let go from Miami, thoughts on Green Bay entertaining a McDaniels Matt LaFleur reunion? Maybe if McDaniels doesn't get another head coaching job, and he might not right away. I think he will at some point. But I could see him going back to coordinating, and maybe if he's, you know, one of his friends is over there, like, yo, what's up? Want to hang out? Maybe he does. But I expect him to be a head coach at some point again. But maybe it's not this year. Sometimes they have those years where like their head coach doesn't kind of work out. They go back into coordinating for a couple of years. Try to chase a ring and then go back, get another shot, especially if that team is doing good to kind of get another shot. I do like him, though. Toronto go out of it. Oh, Toronto got out of it. I can't read. That's the problem. I thought you were typing bad. I was like, no, you just can't see.
Quick question for you, Matt. If they
What?
do let go of him in Miami, do you think McCarthy, is that a good spot for McCarthy to land for a head coach?
Maybe. Could be. I think McCarthy is good with quarterbacks. So maybe he can make something out of Tua. I don't think that's a good question. And I think McCarthy's a good coach. I think he can coach. But we will see. We're gonna find out. But Phil says, I want Hobbs to figure this stuff out first. Yeah, that'd be nice. He didn't have an exactly a great game over there. But here we go. Beer money, go pack, go $5, and I appreciate it. $5 donation out to David over here. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, David. See, we dance for money over here, you know what I mean? But I'm clothed, you know what I mean? But here we go, 1:23 to go before halftime starts up again.
But you up that 20 is 20 if you up it. You never know on this show.
Hey, $5 is $5, you know what I mean? No, I appreciate it, though. Did McDaniel get fired? Not yet, but he probably ain't going to be in Miami next year. If you know what I mean? I don't think it's going to happen for him. I'm not sure he wants to be anymore. Like, you see him, he just looks beat up. I'm just pulling for Seattle. Ken Griffey was with them. You know what I mean? Absolute baller. And then not even like, I'm not like the hugest baseball fan, but like even I know him. Absolute baller back in the day. And Phil says no. I don't know what the question was though. Oh, McCarthy, you're talking about, or maybe you're talking about that. Either way, no. He should just based on his haircut, dude. I like McDaniels, and we're not gonna have no McDaniels slander on this particular show today. All right, Ivan. No, I think McDaniels. I think he's a creative guy. He tried to spice some stuff up. Didn't work in Miami. He's funny and he's goofy, and maybe when you're not winning, that kind of gets old, and maybe you lose the locker room. I don't know if he did lose the locker room. I don't know what's going on in Miami, but I don't think he's a bad coach. I think he's gonna get another shot, but I think it's done in Miami. But, you know, he got some jokes, though. I just like watching his press conferences. So I hope he still has press conferences. I don't think he's as jolly these days, but I don't think he's in such a good mood. But here we go. We're going to have the start of the third quarter coming up over here. You got Aikman. You got Buck over here on the screen chit-chatting. And the Bucks got some work to do. They start this second half. Ivan says McDaniels has bad hair. He looks like a greasy sausage. Dude, what the heck, Ivan? Coming out here just talking trash. Seattle needs a title, but some of those fans are the 12s, and I hate them. You know what I mean? It's like, what do? You don't want them to be happy. You're like, what, we're rooting for happiness for them? Here comes the kickoff over here. We're going to return from about the 10-yard line. He's going to get it from the 15. He's at the 20 to 25. He's trying to cut into the middle 33-yard line, about maybe 34. He rolled around for a little bit. And that's where the Bucks offense is going to start. So they got interviewing Campbell over here. Let's see what he has to say. 19 straight games. 19 straight wins when leading at halftime for Dan Campbell. I mean, that's a good thing, you know what I mean? Longest active NFL streak.
Well, Lottie frickin' da!
All right, so they're back, even though they're still interviewing him. All right, we have a run play, it looks like, over here I missed. It's weird how they interview coaches now, like, while the game's happening. Like, isn't he supposed to be coaching? I feel like they're like, I feel like he's got better stuff to do at that moment. 2nd down and 7. Here we go.
That's like somebody interviewing you while you're doing your show.
Yeah. It's just a weird thing. Like back in the day, it never happened. But here we go. We're going to have Baker Mayfield. He's going to be under center, 2nd down and 7, 14 to go in the third quarter. He's going to hand it off. No, he's not. Play action. He's looking to throw, and he's looking downfield. He's got his man. That's going to complete it to the 45-yard line. No Mike Evans. They are right. They got some guys over there. That boy is good. Big Buka. Nice route right here. Just cut it in and cross the field. I still think that is the most easiest route. And I'm not saying that about this dude, but I'm just saying if I was an offensive play caller, I would use it a lot. I use it a lot in Madden. I feel like even if you're not that good, you can still, that route's hard to cover. So here we go. First down and 10. Baker Mayfield's going to be under center. He's got a man in motion. He's going to hand this thing off. He's going to bounce this thing right side a little bit. Those interviews are like my wife talking to me when I am drinking in the garage. What the hell are you talking about? All right, here we go. I'm definitely not putting that comment up there, dude. Here they're talking about Egmuka. All right. He's from, Washington. All right, I missed all that. I can't read fast enough. Second down and 3. I was going to get you some knowledge, but you probably saw it on your screen too. You know what I mean? We're all watching the same thing. Here we go. Baker Mayfield's going to be under center. They're at the 39-yard line. He's back to throw. He's looking left. He wants to throw it deep. He does. And that's going to be off the back of the Lions defender. Incomplete. That wasn't, I guess that was good coverage. They didn't really turn around, but he just hit him in the back. So I guess that's what you want.
Oh, you almost had it. You got to be quicker than that.
Dude, that was a good route right there. He needed to get that ball a little up, though. If he'd have got that into the end zone, he had to turn around and kind of like look back for it, and the defenders were right there. So that was just not a well-played football. All right, here we go. Third down and 3. Baker back to throw. He's going to get it off. That's going to be a first down for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here we go. 12:20 to go in the third quarter. Here we go. Baker's going to be under center. 36-yard line. He's going to hand it off right side. He's going to try to punch it through. Not a lot there. He's going to need a couple yards, though. They're saying the ball came out. The Lions are saying the ball came out. The Lions have the ball, but the refs are, I don't know if they're saying it's down. His forward progress was stopped. Yeah, they blew the whistle. So they did rip it out, but I think the whistles were already blowing. So here we go.
Dear God, there's another play they're going to talk about.
Yep. And I knew that they were shutting this thing down, too. Oh, they're saying false start. Okay, I thought they were shutting the play down to go look at that again. What do you say? Ruling forward pass. Phil, are you drunk, dude? So here we go, second down and 14. $11:15 to go in the third quarter. Baker Mayfield's going to be in chicken. He's back to throw. Quick pass. Oh, knocked out of the air. I don't know why players knock the ball out of the air. It hits the ground, and then they go chase it down like it's like they don't know the rules. It's an incomplete pass. Good job knocking it out of the air, though, dude. Quick pass over here by Baker. But I don't get how they think that that's a live ball. It's an incomplete pass. And they look around, they're like running down the field. Third down and 14. Baker Mayfield's going to be in shotgun. Back to throw. He's got a pocket, and there you go. Gets off. That's going to be completed past the 30, but short of the first down. It's going to be fourth down and short. Not really. Yeah, I think you and Phil, though, dude. You guys are getting after it over here in the comments a little. What's up, Robert? Detroit Lions are out here with 2 brain cells fighting for 3rd place. 4th down and 2. Let's see what they got over here. They're going for it, I think. So we go. Baker Mayfield's going to be under center. They're going to try to run this thing in. He's going to hand it off up the middle, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The Bucs look like they came fired up out of the locker room.
Yeah, they're getting something rolling right here. 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10. That was a gutsy move right there, too, because if they didn't get that.
They're about as fired up as Ivan taking his Walmart run when he goes to Walmart.
So here we go. They're going to be under center over here. 24 yards to go to the end zone. Play action. Looking to throw. He's going to hit this screen pass over here. He's not going to get nothing. About 2 yards on that. I had hopes for that one. Move those chains. All right. Let's see what the comments are doing over here. You guys still going at each other, or what's going on? Buccaneers total yards 58 to first half, 50 in this drive right here. So they got something going. 2nd down and 8, 9:08 to go in the 3rd quarter. Someone might have gave an emotional speech over at halftime. Did that happen, or is that just in the movies? Here we go. Baker's in check. Yeah, he's got a man to his left. Back to throw. Oh, they got looking for that screen right here, and he got it. And that's going to be a 1st down. He's still on his feet. 5. He's looking for the end zone. Touchdown! Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What a ridiculous play after the catch by Johnson. Oh, my goodness. That was awesome. 22-yard receiving touchdown by Tez Johnson.
The coach was probably like, guys, Evans ain't going to make it. We need to win one for Evans.
You guys are going to have to do some ridiculous stuff. That was just a well done, just escaping everyone, getting into the end zone. And they kind of knew that screen was coming. The Lions' defensive line kind of stopped rushing. And he still got there. That was beautiful. Golden Gopher. All right. Here we go. 2-point attempt right here. They're down 14-9. He's going to be in shotgun. He's back to throw. Tosses this thing, and that's going to be knocked out of the air by the Lions defense.
You get nothing.
Good defense. Got him there. Found his guy, but good coverage. 14-9 stays the score. Vin, you have to enunciate Walmart run, and the Walmart runs are 2 different things out here.
That is true. It depends on what you buy at Walmart. For the second one, yeah.
All right, here we go. We are going to commercial. We'll be right back. We got a 14-9 ball game. Stay with us.
Hey, man, try this. It's my favorite. Thanks. Whoa, wait. Be careful. I just mopped there.
Yeah, just these. Russell, I swear I see you everywhere.
Yeah, man, I've been busy. See you next time.
righty, we are back over here. 14-9 ball game. What is this? Panic at the Disco. What's going on over here?
The background for your Victory Monday commercial. Yeah.
I figured that's what you're talking about. All right, they're showing the replay over here. Super talented kid, killed it here and set all kinds of records in Minnesota. There you go.
That boy is good.
He's all right. Troy just said something kind of funny, but I'm not gonna repeat it though. Here we go. 8:49 to go, and we're gonna have ourselves a kickoff over here. Ooh, that hit the dirt. We're gonna return 10, 15, 20, and he's gonna try to wiggle through. He hits the 27-yard line. I think he was gonna get that far. What a run to the end zone. That was such a good one. Tez Johnson. All right, here we go. Here we go. There you go. First down and 10. Goff's going to be under center. Ball at the 27. He's going to hand this thing off, and he's going to bounce this thing to the left. I thought he was going right. Gibbs, nice little decent run. He got more than he should have out of that. 7-yard gain. We got ourselves a ball game here, 14-9. Let's see if the Bucs can keep it going over here. Second and 5 over here. Here we go. Jared Goff's going to be under center. A little I formation going on right here. And it's going to be play action. He's going to try to toss it over here off the flat, and that's going to be not a first down. He gets a couple yards on that. Denver won 33-32 yesterday. Huh? I didn't even see that one. 33 points in the fourth quarter. Tied for most fourth quarter points in NFL history. That's crazy. I missed that one. I might have to go back and watch that one. I always say that, but I never do. Seattle 2-1, bases loaded, 2 outs. There you go. And come hang out tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We're going to talk some Packers. Here we go. And that's going to be a first down by the Lions. He tosses this thing left side, and he's going to get ran out of bounds, but that's going to be a first down. So first and 10, 7:16 to go in the third quarter. Lions up 14-9. And they're going to try to eat a lot of clock here as they go down the field. They obviously want to score, but they're going to want to eat a lot of clock as they do it. Now base loaded guy on first, 2 outs. Damn graphics. Here we go. Goff's going to be under center. They're at the 49-yard line. He's going to toss this thing. He's going to run it up the middle. He's got a whole full head of steam, and that's going to be a first down to the 45-yard line. Gibbs is a beast.
That boy is good.
And he gets rolling, you know what I mean, downfield. Watch the hole that opens up over here. That is quite the hole. You could drive like maybe a 4-wheeler through that thing, you know what I mean? I don't know if that was funny. Giants had a good lead on the Broncos. They traded the lead, then Broncos squeezed out the last second field goal. Yeah, it looked like a good game. I have a run up the middle over here by the Lions, and that's going to be about 2 or 3 yards over here as he goes down. This ain't wrestling. Keep your head off steam to yourself. What's going on with Philly boy today? Second down and 7, 5:42 to go in the third quarter. Let's keep it moving over here. Here we go. They're going to be under center. He's got a man in the backfield. They got about 30-some yards to go to the end zone. He's going to toss this thing on the screen right side, and that's going to be a first down. He's got room. He's got a blocker. He's got a whole way to the end zone, but he gets to the 5. He gets taken down. He immediately looks at his blockers like, what was that, dude? You missed that guy. But yeah, he looked like he was going for the end zone, but down to the 5-yard line.
That boy's good.
Well, a little block to the back there, though. Don't worry about that, though. Nice run, though, by Gibbs. But yeah, that guy was not getting blocked. Yeah, he just didn't block him very well. That's why he looked at him after. He's like, good job, bud. 4:44 to go in the third. Here we go. They're going to try to run this thing up the middle again. Gibbs hits the spin move, and then that's going to be in the end zone for a touchdown. Right down there. Scored a touchdown. Gibbs gave up. I think his blocker gave up. Do we need to do a wellness check on Philly Boy? We might have to. He's going through some stuff. How does he not score? I mean, he scored on the next one. You know what I mean? There we go. And now, so Phil, he's just hammering that keyboard. All right, shout out to Philly Boy over here. But yeah, he was not going to be stopped on that one. He wanted that touchdown that first time. So he was not going to be denied this second chance over here. So here we go, 20-9. Here comes the extra point. It's going to be good. 21-9 Lions over the Bucks. 4:39 to go in the third quarter. Monday Night Foosball. There you go. Yeah, that was a little block to the back, though. But Lion fans won't mention that when they're complaining about the refs. Wish the other kicked it. You know what I mean? All right, we're going to be right back. You know what I mean?
Any news, Dan?
Not yet.
I love you.
We're here for you. Kwik Trip.
All righty, let me know. All right, so Phil said, I am drunk. There he goes, Phil. You know, he's being honest now with that. You know what I mean? I was kind of thinking that, you know. But here we go. We have ourselves a 21-9 ball game. It was a close game for a minute, you know. I thought we had had a ball game here for a little bit, but doesn't seem to be the case right now. Lions in full control. They basically have been this whole game, but you know, Bucks came out of halftime in the second half and looked like they had something going. Well, let's see, you know. Maybe they ain't done yet. But we have 264 folks watching live across other places. 2 people on Kick, 1 person on Twitch. You know what I mean? And then we got the YouTube, we got Facebook, we got the X people. Appreciate you being here. Hammer the chat. What you want to talk about? What do you think about this game? What do you think about the NFC North? What do you think about the Packers? What do you think about my podcast? Check out the old podcast, the Matt Ramage Show. Everywhere that you listen to podcasts, you could be listening to my beautiful voice. You know what I mean? So go ahead and subscribe, follow, all the things that you got to do over there. You know what I mean? Wherever you listen to podcasts. And I would be grateful for that. Here we go, 4:39 in this third quarter. Here comes the kickoff over here. See if Philly Boy can make it throughout this game without passing out. Here we go. Ball receive at the goal line. He is at the 20s, cutting across the right side of the field. Nowhere to go. He's trying to find the corner, and he's going to get just past the 20-yard line. But 21-yard line is where the Bucs are going to start this, and that's not an ideal kick. That's why they kind of kick it short so that you have to return it in the hopes of something like that happening or even a turnover. But right there, not a good return. But, yeah, they're talking about Gibbs over here. Dude's a freak. I should check my prize pick, so I haven't even looked at those since I think this whole game. Yeah, I did some for this game, I believe. Ooh, it's looking all right. Here we go. We'll talk about this in a second. Roll out to his left, and that's going to be not about a yard gain over here. I took Jared Goff, 262.5 passing yards. I took the over. He's at 228. I got St. Brown, 79.5 receiving yards. He's already over that. I took the over. And Gibbs, 57.5 rushing yards. I took the over. He's at 135. Baker Mayfield, 261.5 passing yards. I took the over. He's at 104. So Baker might get me. They need to start slanging that thing. You know what I mean? But we'll see. So if the Lions win this game, we're still first in our division. Ties confuse me. Yes, the Packers would still be first in the NFC North by half a game over there. But here we go.
And also by beating the Bucs, we become the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Yep. Yes, we'll be the number 1 seed in the NFC. 2nd down and 9. 3:36 to go in the third quarter.
Which, by becoming the number 1 seed, is another thing for the Lions fans to complain about this week. Yeah.
3rd down and 3.
For Phil Wilbur.
Here we go. 3:08 to go. Here we go. They're going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. He's rolling right. Trying to buy time. Gets rid of it. Downfield, incomplete, overthrown, and Baker Mayfield just seems to be off today. He's not having a good time. 4th and 3. I should have took the under on him. Absolutely, Deb. You know what I mean? That's what we are here for. Yeah, that was just good coverage downfield, dude, and he just overthrew. I don't even know why. It wasn't even a good spot to throw it. Wasn't a good throw. Maybe if he got it to him, it might have been all right, but here comes the punt over here. 2:59 to go in the third quarter. Will we have a return? It's towards the sideline over here about the 25, and he's going to catch this thing as he's running out of bounds. Jesse says, how about the big game that Parsons had last night? Saved the game for us. The backups kicker is doing fantastic and broke Crosby's record. Yeah, dude, Parsons having 3 sacks and eventually like having them in big time spots. That's what you want. You want dudes that are gonna, when the game is on the line, when you really, really need it the most. You need a 3rd down stop. You need at the end of that game. And Parsons got that sack. It's a beautiful thing. We have a flag on the play over here. Let's see what they got going on over here. The Lions secondary is down their entire week 1 starting group. The group that Packers beat. Five-yard penalty. A member of the kicking team went out of bounds on his own. So it's 1st down and a timeout. Monday Night Foosball. All right, they're going to commercial. We're going to hang out right here, you know what I mean? Hammer to chat, you know what I mean? So, yeah. What's up, Vinny? How you doing?
Doing good here.
You talk for a little bit.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. No, this has actually been an interesting game. The Bucs are just flat tonight, hands down.
Yeah, they didn't bring it. And then Mike Evans getting hurt didn't help them, but I don't see them. There's like no spark. They really ain't got none. Baker Mayfield seems off. It's just not looking good for them. So, but now the Packers, might be number 1 in the NFC, which I don't think matters too much, but for this early in the season. But it's better than not being them. You know what I mean?
Very, very true. Right now it's just bragging weeks for 1 week.
Yeah, and that's why I don't because like week to week or whatever. But yeah, that's what you want. You want to be have yourself in the best situation. They have 1 loss. They got to keep winning or tying. You know what I mean? Just keep not losing. Just tie every week. Monday Night Football. You know what I mean? But yeah, the Packers won. That's all that matters. It's Victory Monday. And here we are on Monday Night Football, watching the Detroit Lions against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
But we have the best podcaster that you're watching it with online.
Who plays Thursday night? I forget. We're going to be live for Thursday Night Football. Come hang out with us. We're going to find out who plays.
We have the Vikings versus the Chargers. So
Vikings, Chargers. That's good. The Vikings, bottom of the NFC North. They really are in a bad spot. They don't have a quarterback. They went and got Carson Wentz. I don't know how that's working out for them, but they are 3-3. Chargers are a good team. What's the Chargers record?
The Chargers are 4-3, while the Vikings are 3-3, and the Chargers are 2-2 at home, and it will be in LA.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's probably gonna be L for the Vikings. You know what I mean? But we're gonna be live for that. So come hang out Thursday Night Football. Watch the Vikings catch an L. Hopefully, you know what I mean. That makes the streams a lot more fun when you see the rivals going down right here, though. Not, the Lions are up 21-9.
Yeah.
2:51 to go in the third quarter. Goff's back to throw. Oh, he pump fakes it, but now he's got pressure. He tries to throw this thing out of bounds, and he does.
Just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside. He just yeeted that thing just to save the play. When he pump faked it, he was like, oh, I should have thrown it. I should have thrown it. They were on him. Also, talking about the Lions have an injury over here, or that was before. So that's why they were talking about this secondary for the Lions. I assume that's a secondary player. 2nd down and 10. Here we go. Goff's going to hand this thing off. Left side. He's going to get about a yard on that.
You get nothing.
You get nada. 2:33 to go in the third quarter. And the Buccaneers here, you know what I mean? They're in danger right here. It's a dangerous situation for them because this game could be a wrap pretty quick if they don't get something stopped right here. 3rd down and 8. Jared Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. About the 31.5-yard line. Hey, shut. Here we go. Back to throw. Quick pass. That's going to be a 1st down for the Lions. No, that wasn't Laporta. Well, that was Laporta. Jesse said, did you see that Josh Jacobs got emotional after getting the game ball in the locker room last night? He told the team that they shouldn't have to doubt him with his injury. He said he wanted to play no matter what the injury was. Yeah, I didn't see that. But yeah, that's awesome. I do like seeing those those locker room moments. They kind of put that out on social media, but I missed that one. We're going to have a toss over here. It's going to be a run up the middle, kind of right side a little bit, and that's going to be a decent little gain on 1st down for the Lions.
I'll have that clip for you for tomorrow night's show, Matt. It was really cool to see it.
Yeah, we'll do that for tomorrow night. 2nd down and 5 over here. Here we go. Jared Goff's going to be under center. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. What are they laughing about over here? Play action. Goff back to throw. Then toss this thing right side. And he's trying to get to the 1st down marker. I don't think he got there, though. That was Laporta.
Oh, you almost had it. You got to be quicker than that.
Got to be quicker than that. All right, there we go. 3rd down over here. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Won't be long till we see Philly boy crashing and burning. All right, 15 seconds to go in the third. The play clock's down to 5, 4, 3. Why are they dragging? I mean, I get why they're dragging it out, but they're winning. They're going to run it right side. He's trying to get to the 1st down line, but he ain't going to get there. That is not going to be a 1st down. And that is the end of the third quarter. Ooh. Hey, Billy boy, let me save you. It's not fine. Here we go. Philly boy said the ball is out, so we're gonna check that out after this commercial right here. You know what I mean?
Houston, we have a problem. That Victory Monday merch is fire. That video, you know what I mean? You can just let that thing go, you know what I mean? That's got a good jam right there, you know what I mean? Loosen up a little bit. But Philly boys had the balls. I didn't see that. So maybe that's what they're going to be looking at when we come back. We're going to find out. Airborne was Philly boy, you know what I mean? So here we go. They're coming back here. Start of the fourth quarter over here. And I don't know if Philly boy is right over here. So it's 4th down and 1, and they are going to go for it. Goff's going to be under center over here. I assume that they're just going to try to ram this down their throat. Oh, no, they're not. They're going to toss this thing right side. Did they get Gibbs? And Gibbs is going to be running forward. I think he got the first down. Depends if he was out of bounds by then. That was a weird play. They're giving him the first down. They pitched it right. He hands it off, and then he pitches it right. This is like a double. And he's going right down the sideline there, just fighting for that first down marker. And I think he got it before he got out of bounds. He's like, this is all him because he is short. That's 1st down and 10. Now Goff's going to be under center, ball at the 49-yard line. Play action, looking to throw. He's dancing around, tosses this thing right side, and that's going to be about 2 yards. Hits a wall on that. There we go. 2nd down. 2nd down and 8 over here. The Lions have a chance here to just put this thing. I mean, I think it might be away already, but to really just shut it down. Jared Goff's going to be in shotgun. Ball at the 47. He's going to hand this thing off up the middle. Not a lot there. About 2 yards to Montgomery.
Boy, Goff put a lot of effort in that fake throw, didn't he?
Yeah. Baker Mayfield got a chance to put his cape back on, he said. Lions 27 straight wins when leading at start of 4th quarter. Longest active streak. Goff's going to be in shit. Good. Montgomery's to his left. 3rd down and 6. He's back to throw. They're going to try to bring that heat a little bit, and that's going to be incomplete. Quick pass left side. Thrown out of bounds. That's 4th down and 6.
just a bit outside. He tried the
Third
corner
and
missed.
mistake away. Fourth down is it is. They're not going for this one. Fourth down and 6. 13-12 to go in the fourth quarter. So, right there they could have just shut this thing down. But now if the Bucs can go down here, but they're going to need to get a quick score. They can't eat too much clock up. But here comes the punt. Will we have ourselves? We will not have no return. Fair caught about the 10.5-yard line. Tampa Bay's ball over here. Yep, coming up next. I will not be streaming that game, but the Texans at the Seahawks play after this game. They've been doing it where they would overlap a little bit, weren't they? And now they're doing it this one after that one, but I won't be staying up for all that game, you know what I mean? I'm going to get a little shut-eye tonight, you know what I mean? Jesse, if Watson gets to play against the Steelers on Sunday, I'll be wearing my Watson jersey. Watson will release the beast and his dominance on Sunday, hopefully. If Watson plays Sunday, that's going to be really interesting because I feel like Watson coming back could be like some energy brought into that offense. Watson, what he can do healthy. He can really take the top off of a defense. And it really spreads the defense out because they know that threat is there. I don't know why they kind of didn't try to use Matthew Golden that same kind of way. A fast guy, even just having him run up the field, I feel like it takes a lot of attention that way. But Watson can do that. I don't know for sure if he will play. We're going to find out. I kind of expect him to the way he came back and how they were taking him off IR. I expect him to probably play this week. That was my guess when he first came off IR. So we're going to find out, though. You know what I mean? But he can definitely switch some stuff up on offense. And what's up, Joey? So much for an offensive shootout. My hometown baseball team in the Bucs, and their cheer is, hey, hey, what do you say? Let's go Bucs. Yeah, this is not the our predictions were wrong. I think someone said 38-35 this game would be. And I was like, yeah, I agree with that. So there it is. But it's not the game we thought it was going to be. I heard Vin is doing the live stream solo for the second game tonight. Streets are talking. I mean, he can if he wants. Vin, are you doing that? You going to hang out?
I'm old, man. Usually I'm to bed by 6 p.m.
Yeah, I was going to the second game, too. He's like, no. No, I wasn't going to.
No, actually, I do quite a bit behind the scenes too when we're not broadcasting.
Yeah,
so
any
little bit of rest I can get is greatly appreciated. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a full-time job for him. You know what I mean? Dude, putting in those hours. You know what I mean? Doing that overtime.
Earn that sticker.
Look at that. They're showing college right here. The Badgers. Absolutely not good football team. The Badgers are rough. I see someone on Facebook asking, what about the Badgers? Like, hey, what about the Packers? Let's talk about the Packers. Yeah. Wisconsin sports, dude. It's rough out here sometimes. But here we go. They're coming back over here. Baker Mayfield's going to be in shotgun. Do they have what it takes? Can they take this win away from the Detroit Lions? Baker Mayfield's going to be in shotgun. He's going to man to his left. Back to throw. He throws it down the field. That's completed to his tight end to the 30-yard line as he goes out of bounds. Otten over here, just nice catch. But he was open. They really left him open on that one. Let's see. I don't know what Phil's talking about. If Watson even suits up, that would be great. Make them game plan for him. And if he does a few snaps, even better. Yeah, you wonder, too, if he does play, how much they have him in there. But I assume if he's ready to go, he's ready to go. You know what I mean? But here we go. Baker's going to be under center. Play action. He's looking to throw. Throws it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Overthrowing over the fingertips over here.
Oh, you almost had it. You got to be quicker than that.
Second down and 10. 21-9 ball game. Come on. Come on, Bucks. Make it a ball game. We want to see some ball game action. You know what I mean? Dude, do we see some danger coming, Vinny? Is this offense about to get dangerous? Is you're gonna see some danger? You know what that means? Baker Mayfield back to throw. It's going to be completed, and that's going to be about a 6-yard gain on second down and 10. 3rd down and 4. That's a good graphic right there, dude. I don't care what anyone says. Here we go. 3rd down and 4. This is a big time situation here for the Bucs.
Hey, the boss wants danger. The boss gets danger.
That's danger. Dude, that's from the show Lost, dude. People should know that. Here we go. Baker Mayfield's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. He's back to throw. Flag is out. Tosses it downfield, and that's going to be incomplete. I feel like he should have caught that, but that's a flag, and we're going to see what this is. It was thrown quite early, so you think it's probably an offensive hold. Illegal shift on the offense. That penalty is declined. It's going to be 4th down.
Didn't you try calling that penalty at work one time? An illegal shift?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Illegal shift anytime I'm late. No, that was illegal. He should be picking apart this Lions depleted defense. Yeah, absolutely, dude. They're like their whole like what they had in the first game against the Packers that the Packers won. They're not playing. So like this Bucs team should be just getting after him, but they are not. It's 4th down and 4. They're going for it. Baker Mayfield's in shotgun. And I think they're going to get it, dude. I like this formation they got over here. Baker's back to throw. He's got a clean pocket. It's running not so clean anymore. He tosses it, and that's going to be short of the 1st down. He could put it down. The ball's on the ground, and now like the Bucs are on top of it. He looked a little bit short when he initially went down. I don't know if that was actually a fumble. I think his knee went down before the ball popped out. And I think they're going to say that. I think it's going to be short of a 1st down. He tosses. I don't know. I think that's the 1st down, bro. So it's a 1st down. It's a fumble. They're saying it's a fumble, but no one can advance the ball, whatever. It doesn't really matter, but he already passed the line of gain, so it's a 1st down. So that was a lot of words just to say 1st down.
And there's another one for the Lions fans to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, that should be a graphic. If we cover the Lions games, we should have like a number pop up of how many plays we think they're going to complain about. You know?
There's always a few. 1st down and 10. It feels like I had that right. 11:15 to go in the 4th quarter.
And there's the first official complaint right there.
Challenge it.
Yep.
I think that's a stupid challenge. Just got home from a 12-hour day catching up. There you go. You know what I mean? Out there getting that work in. You know what I mean? So they got a challenge over here. I think that I think it's a bad challenge. I think he passed the line to gain. As he stretches right here, there his knee is down, and that's the 1st down right there. And I don't even think it's not even a fumble, because once the ball hits the ground and his knee's down, he's down.
His knee was down before the ball came out.
Yeah, so it's not even a fumble. All right, we're gonna be right back. They're gonna review this thing. Hang with us, peeps.
Hey, man, try this. It's my favorite. Thanks. Whoa, wait. Be careful. I just mopped there.
Yeah, just these. Russell, I swear I see you everywhere.
Yeah, man, I've been busy. See you next time.
We are back. Here we go. So Phil says, white hash, chip, and ball will show the GPS positioning of the first down. And I think it is a first down. I think he was. I think the ball was pushed forward before his knee went down. I don't think it was a fumble either. Unsuccessful challenge. So it was an unsuccessful challenge, but like, all right. It's weird how they're like saying it though. Did he challenge it wasn't a catch? He was short. Detroit's ball first down was unsuccessful, but now it is successful. They went back and looked again. That seems very sketchy. Like they said unsuccessful, and they're like, oh wait. So did New York come in and say no? That's crazy that they called it unsuccessful challenge and then changed their mind. I don't understand how they do that. 11:31 to go in the fourth quarter over here. First and 10, Lions ball. I don't know, something. It's weird. I don't think I've ever seen them say it's unsuccessful, successful, and then change it after they say that. Detroit gets back at challenge. I don't think they'll need it though. I wonder if the Lions will cry about this one, you know what I mean? Probably not. They probably won't want to talk about this one. It's very, very close. But anyways, here we go. Let's keep it moving over here. First down and 10. Goff's going to be under center, just short of the 40-yard line. And they're going to run this thing up the middle, pitch this thing, nothing there, chewed up. Ran into a wall, gaining nothing.
You get nothing.
Remember when the refs didn't matter? Second and 10. I knew that was coming. Oh, we have an injured buck on the ground. He's grabbing his leg. That doesn't look good. Looks painful. All right, they're going to commercial for the injury. We're going to hang out right here, though. You know what I mean? Phil Boy says, New York is watching. Vegas is in the conversation. Yeah, what was the spread in this game? You know, I don't think it was that big. So, I don't know what the spread was, but maybe they're trying to save that spread over here. I don't know. No, if you look at it, like when they showed that last little replay when his knee was down, dude, it was so close. I don't know. But it's just weird the way it went down. Like they said, you know, unsuccessful challenge. Like, no, just kidding. We were wrong. But yeah, I think that makes it look bad. Like just get it right the first time so you don't have to overcorrect yourself. And now it looks sketchy. You know what I mean? So they should. I don't get it. I'm sure Detroit wants a flag. When did Detroit start making out with the refs like Kansas City? You know, dude, Detroit don't like the refs. You know, they've been crying about the refs since that Kansas City game. You look on Twitter right now, you'll probably still find people complaining about last week. It's a wild commercial. But yeah, you're gonna see. You know, I think this game's pretty much a wrap. 21-9. Detroit has the ball. I mean, the Bucs defense out here, they got it after right there. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, check out the old podcast over here, the Matt Ramage Show, everywhere that you listen to podcasts. You can listen to mine too, you know what I mean? Go listen to that thing. And, maybe you'll have a good time. Who knows? You know what I mean? But yeah, let's talk about some conspiracies. Ivan knows these refs. Troy and Joe Buck says they got it right. So I just think that they could have, they got to do a little bit better at calling it right the first time. I think it probably was the right call because seeing that very last little screenshot that they took, he did look a little bit. It was very close, but look, I can see why they would say it was short. And tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, come hang out. We're talking all things Green Bay Packers. So come hang out with us, you know what I mean? Be part of the conversation. Phil, I do not know these refs, dude. I think you do. I don't know. That's kind of weird. So let's see what they can get going on over here. The Bucs defense had to make a miracle happen. Turnover or something if they even want a prayer at this game. I think they're about sitting at just over 11 minutes to go in this game. We're getting an update on for this next game over here, which I will not be live streaming for. But, yeah, this is the better game of that. So now he's getting walked off the field. That looks like a bad injury, too. So, Bucs just not having a good time injury-wise or score-wise. Here we go. Goss rolling right. He's trying to make someone miss, and they're on him, and that's going to be a sack.
You get nothing.
3rd down. He got basically back to the line of scrimmage, but still behind, so that's going to be a sack. Doesn't work when Matt forgets the punchline. What are we talking about? All right, we got Dumb and Dumb over here. All right. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. 3rd down and 10. Goff's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. 10:33 to go in the 4th quarter. Lions back to throw. Here we go. Clean pocket. He throws it left side, and that's going to be overthrown. Incomplete. That's 4th down right there. So there you go. 4th down, and this Lions offense stalls right here. What's up? Go Lions, says Joseph Host. There it is. Vinny beating Mr. Ed again. What's going on, Mr. Ed? 4th and 10. 58-yard field goal attempt right here. Career long is 58 yards. Can he do it again? Jake Bates in his 2nd season. It's up. It looks like it's got... Nope. No, did it go in? Yeah, hit the upright and went in. Yeah, he barely got that thing. So it's going to be 24-9. Law, Vinny, Ivan, Phil is smoking super glue and contemplating his next comment. As much as I want the Bucs to win, it's not happening for sure. I hope I see a miracle. Yeah, it's not looking good right now. You know what I mean? Either way, the Packers are in a good situation. Yeah, the Bucs just didn't show up today. You know what I mean? Even though the Lions' defense was depleted, Bucs just couldn't get anything going. And then Mike Evans going down was brutal. He got some injuries and not looking good over here for the Bucs. So the Packers are going to move to 1st place in the NFC. Yeah, that was like the most almost made field goal ever. Hit the upright, kind of moved in. But yeah, here we go. Packers going to be the number 1 seed. Tampa Bay's going to fall to 5-2. You know what I mean? Lions are going to move up to 5-2. You know, the Packers beat them already, you know what I mean? So there we go. 10:18 to go in the 4th quarter. 24-9 ball game. Going to have the kickoff coming up over here. All I'm focused on if we beat Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? All that matters is the next week. Here we go. We're going to have a return here from about the 1-yard line. He's at the 10, 15, 20. He's at the 25. He's trying to bounce this around. He's going to get to the 30, but the 29-yard line is as far as he's going to get.
How about my Lions there, buddy? You know, they won the game, you know what I mean? I think the Lions are a good football team. I can't wait for Thanksgiving, you know what I mean? But the Packers still first place in division, first place in the NFC. But Lions look good, especially with all the injuries they had on defense. They did their job. They shut the Bucs offense down. On the road, no way Tampa Bay is coming back. Yeah, they're not coming back. Hey, I appreciate you know. I appreciate being here. Here you go. They're looking to throw. They're going to try to get something happening here. That's going to be a first down for the Bucs. Down 24-9. First down and 10. Now we're inside 10 minutes to go in this ball game. Bucs are going to try to hurry stuff up a little bit right here. 373 yards for the Lions today and 179 for the Bucs. Their offense was trash. All right, back to throw. Baker Mayfield looking. He gets it off left side, and they miscommunication there, but he had all types of pressure. He just had to get rid of that thing.
Just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside is absolutely correct. You know what I mean? Second down and 10. We're at the part of the game where I started thinking about, like, what am I going to eat after this? You know what I mean? Because I am hungry. Here we go. Baker Mayfield's in shotgun. Play clock's down to 3. Back to throw. They got pressure coming. He makes a miss, and he's going to get it off. That's going to be completed to the 50-yard line. It's going to be third down and about 1, maybe 2. So third down and 2 over here. Is Shadrow95 still with us? Let me check. You know what I mean? We have one person on Twitch, so I'm guessing. Oh, we have an injury for the Lions over here. Who do you like? Let me get to this. I'm gonna give him a roll here. Who do you like in the Houston game next? So it's Houston Texans and who is the other team there, Vinny? This next one.
Oh, 1 second here.
Oh no, Seattle.
We got Houston and Seattle. Yeah. In
Houston,
Seattle.
I'm taking Seattle in that one. I think I probably picked Seattle in my picks.
Yeah, I'm going Seattle also.
But Houston is like, I feel like they're like off and on. Like they have their games or whatever. But I'm not sure who I picked. I might have picked Houston in that one. I might have. I don't know who I picked.
Yeah, I picked Seattle all the way in that one.
What are their record? What's Seattle's record? I know what Houston's doing.
With that one right there, you've got let's see, Houston sitting at 2-3, and Seattle's at 4-2.
Yeah. So Seattle's got that one up probably. I seen Houston like they've been playing bad, and then I felt like C.J. Stroud was getting a lot of hate on him, and then they had that one game they kind of popped up. I forget what game that was, what the score was, but I was like, are they trying to get together? But yeah, it's probably gonna be Seattle now. That's probably who I picked. But Debs, anything can happen on any given Sunday, Monday, Thursday. Really thought the Bucs would win this. Yeah, I just never know. But that's the thing is, even if I thought it'd be competitive, you know what I mean? But here we go. They're going to hand this thing off. They're trying to run left side near the first down mark. That was 3rd and 2. Looks like they're going to give them the first down. Seattle by 20, says Philly Boy. Yeah, that's what it is. It's kind of like Mr. C.J. Stroud, Mr. Hot and Cold, yeah. Here we go. Baker Mayfield back to throw. Looking left, overthrown. Baker Mayfield is off today. Putting this guy in danger, too. Just like throwing it up top. That even if he does catch it, he's going to get his ribs just lit up over here. I know for sure this game against Rodgers and the Steelers is going to be tough. I think it's going to come down to whoever has the ball last. One reason why I think it's going to be a tough game, because Rodgers spent 18 years with the Packers. It will be tough to game plan against Rodgers. Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be a tough game because I think the Steelers are good. But I mean, I don't know. I don't. Rodgers is getting old. He can't like roll like he used to be. Here we go. Baker Mayfield rolling to his left, gets rid of it, almost intercepted. There's a flag on the play. I think Rodgers will play good. I think Rodgers is gonna have a great game. But I think the Packers can do. They can beat them. They have to get pressure on them. That's what it is with Rodgers. Any older quarterback. Offense holding over here. Penalty is declined. 3rd down. But yeah, I think it'll be a good game. But I do think Rodgers can be beat, though. I think, like I say, he's older. He's not as mobile. If they get a great pass rush, I think it's going to be tough for him to. But I expect him to try to get that ball out early, too. Rodgers knows what's up.
And you're 100% right. As long as we get pressure on Rodgers, that's how he lost for us.
Yeah,
he was pressured.
If you get pressure, especially in Rodgers' face. I mean, he has his moments where he can break loose. Like if you're blitzing, he can torch you. But I think if you get him off time on his, on their routes and whatnot, I think that's the best way to do it. But here we go. Baker Mayfield's gonna be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. The play clock's down to 2. Ball snapped. He's back to throw. Got time, throws it middle of the field, first down! Big time play by the Bucs. 8:36 to go in the fourth quarter. They got to keep moving. They're down 24-9 in this ball game. It's first down and 10. He banged up from his offensive line. All right, here we go. First down and 10. Baker Mayfield and shotgun, back to throw. He's got time. He gets rid of it right side. I don't like that play. It's a screen pass. They're going to be short of the 30-yard line. It's going to be second down, 8:08 to go in the fourth quarter over here.
That is one of the keys to victory. We need Rodgers' offensive line to tackle him in celebration.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't think Rodgers will have a chip like 2 years ago. I think Rodgers is going to be fired up to play the Packers. Here we go. Baker Mayfield back to throw. Pockets collapse, and the ball's out. He goes down, and they're jumping all down. Fumbalaya! Let's see who's on top. The Lions seem to think they have it, but, I don't believe them. See, they can't see it through all this pile. No, I think they're saying the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay's ball. See, that's why I didn't trust the Lion players. Yeah, that ball just came out. Baker Mayfield, that pocket collapsed. Lions should have had. I don't know how they didn't. That was kind of a fail on their side. Was that ball got freaking Vaseline on it? Did he supply that ball? You know what I mean? That's a funny one. Yeah, I got it. I didn't get it at first. I'm a little slow right here. You know what I mean? That was funny, though. Got tackled. His own dude got fired up, too. Like, what the hell are you doing? Third down and 5 over here. 7:17 to go in the fourth quarter. Dan Campbell's arguing that it, like what?
Oh, just another Lions player.
Why do they argue all the time? Okay, he's challenging at the he was down by contact short. Wait. I don't get it. Like, all right, let's see. They got a challenge going on over here. I'm not really sure what he's challenging right here. What's he challenging here?
I think he's trying to challenge where the spot of the ball is.
Yeah, and so they advanced it on a fumble. Because obviously where he dropped the ball and where the ball went forward. It's third down and 5. No, I get him arguing like if he's going to challenge something. I just think that all coaches, they seem to like argue like every situation. You know what I mean? All right, so yeah, they can show it all the times they want. You know what I mean?
You get nothing.
Unsuccessful challenge. Are they going to change it this time? I don't understand the even challenge of it. It was a fumble and then recovered by the Bucs, and they weren't challenging that it wasn't recovered by the Bucs. I would get that if he's like trying to argue that the Lions defended or that they caught it, but Anyway, maybe I'm not smart enough for this game. 3rd down and 5, though. Here we go, 24-9. It's where the ball is recovered is what he was challenging, but I don't get it because they're on the bottom of a pile. One lady picked it up and ran it down the field. Now, anyway, here we go, 3rd down and 5. Baker Mayfield's in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. Back to throw. He's going to have, that pocket's collapsing. He gets rid of it, but I think his arm got hit. And the Lions' defensive line is getting after it. That's 4th down and 5. Yeah, he just released that his running back did not help him at all with any type of blocking. All right, here we go. 4th down and 5. And this is ball game right here. 7:12 to go. Baker Mayfield's in shotgun. He's back to throw on 4th down. And he's going to have the first down to about the 21-yard line. Little slant to Otten over here to keep this game meaningful. Joseph says, Detroit defensive secondary, they picked them off the street. Yeah, they got a lot of injuries over there in the secondary. They held their own this game. Here you go, Baker Mayfield's back to throw. He gets it off to about the 20-yard line. That's going to be a tackle. That's going to be about a 2-yard gain on that.
I mean, you're correct. I give them credit for not being the starting secondary. They're playing pretty good against Tampa.
That's why I thought it was going to be a shootout. But the Bucs really couldn't get none going, so the Lions, the people they got replacing them, they got good depth, but they got new people. I'm not really sure, but they held their own today. Here we go. Baker's going to be in shit again. 20-yard line, 12-play drive, 51 yards. 4:05 off the clock. Baker Mayfield's back to throw. He's throwing towards the end zone, and that's going to be missed.
Just a bit outside.
Baker Mayfield is off, dude. Just a bad throw, he says. Yeah, the one of many. It's probably the worst game of his season, I got to think.
How many yards does he need for your prize pick?
I don't know.
He's sitting at 179 right now.
Let's see what I thought he'd get over like 261. I took the over. I thought it'd be a shootout, and I got all, but Jared Goff is low on my picks too, so maybe I should have took the under on both of them. But what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? 3rd down and 8 here. Play clock's down to 1. Now he's back to throw. Gets it off, and that's gonna be completed. He gets good play on defense right there. And it's gonna be a few yards, and that's gonna be 4th down. It will be nice to keep the 1 seed because that means home playoff games at Lambeau Field are the best. I'm ready for Packers winter games. You know what I mean? A lot of season left, but yeah, it's a good position to be in over here. No, he was challenging the ball. Should be where it was punched out. I agree. Stupid challenge. It would be where the ball was recovered. Dan Campbell. Yeah, they just didn't word it right. Like if that's the case, and I get that argument. I don't think it's right. That's why he didn't win that challenge. But then they should have worded it like that. You know what I mean? Baker Mayfield, shotgun, empty backfield, back to throw. He's tossing the right side to the sideline. That's going to be a flag. This Lions player is dancing around, but I think he got a penalty. 5:20 to go in the 4th quarter. Pass interference on the defense. I think he says cheat and every time it's a penalty. Deb says, signing off. Thanks, Matt and Vinny. Have a good night. Have a glorious night, Deb. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's always a blast. Thanks for being here and being in the chat and whatnot. Have a glorious evening. You know what I mean? Get some good rest. Cheating. 1st down and 10, 5:20 to go in the 4th quarter. Baker Mayfield's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. They're at, say about the 15-yard line. Can they get it into the end zone? And they're using up a lot of clock to get down on this drive. Baker Mayfield's back to throw. Offensive line is collapsing. He's rolling to his left now. Gets rid of it. That's going to be a completion. Not enough. About 2 yards. He should have tried to probably get out of bounds there. You know what I mean? He ran the other way. Aiden Hutchinson's a beast, dude. That heck is getting... He's just getting pushed right into his quarterback. 447 to go. 15 plays, 59 yards. 5:35 off the clock. Baker Mayfield's in shotgun. He's empty backfield. He's back to throw. They're bringing the heat. He's throwing it toward the end zone. Knocked out of the air. What a great defensive play. He was open. Whiteside to second. Knocked the thing out of the air.
Oh, you almost had it. You got to be quicker than that.
Dude, that was a good offensive play. They had it all set up, but just ruined by good defense right there. Yeah, I think you got to kind of, you should have thrown it more to inside a little bit, but there we go. 3rd down and 8, 24-9. You smell a tutty right here? Is that what you're smelling? 3rd down and 8. You might have urined it on yourself, you know what I mean? All right, shotgun, empty, backfield. Back that throw. Thrown towards the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete. Almost had him.
Oh, you almost had it.
And 8.
You got to be quicker than that.
Under 4.5 to go. Ooh, okay, so I'm going to win this week in fantasy. Playing the number 1 team. Number 1 team in my league only scored 65 points in fantasy. He has Baker Mayfield, though. And I have 99, dude, and I'm like one of the worst teams in the league. Ha ha. Baker Mayfield's in shit, yeah, and he's got a man to his right. Back to throw. He's got Sam. All right, a lot of time than he's had. Throws it toward the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete. Just double coverage over there. The Lions secondary just blanketing all of his guys. Nowhere to really go.
You get nothing.
And that's going to be 1st down and 10 now, and not for the Buccaneers. They catch that if that's healthy Mike Evans. I mean, Mike Evans is a big part of this offense. But, I mean, that was covered up. That they just played good defense. But having Mike Evans out there would have more options. But, you know what I mean? That's how it is. The Lions are missing a lot of people on defense, so. Dan Campbell over here punching air. So here we go. Goff's going to be under center. 4:24 to go in the 4th quarter. They're going to hand this thing off, and he's just going to run to nothing but a yard gain on that. They're going to run this clock out. Lions have 2 timeouts. Bucks
Dan
have
Campbell
3.
punching air, but air doesn't punch back.
My dream winter game for the Packers game is to have it like back in the day in 2007 against the Seahawks at Lambeau. I want snow like that game. Snow games are just my favorite because nobody can handle to play at Lambeau in the cold. I'll take snow over like the bitter cold or like rain mixed with that's never a good time, you know what I mean? Shadrow95, thanks for the stream. As always, I must say this one's over. Go Pack Go, number 1 in the NFC. Absolutely. Appreciate you hanging out with me tonight, you know what I mean? Have a glorious evening. Jesse says Baker Mayfield sailed past as high as at least a dozen times tonight. That was awful. Great F for him. I mean, seriously, he was terrible. Yeah, he had the worst game of the season, I got to imagine. The Lions are going to run this thing right side to Montgomery. Not a lot there. Jumps forward for a few yards. And it's going to be 3rd down. Twitch man is out, you know what I mean? No, he's still here, dude. He's still lingering around. Now there's one person, you know what I mean? Maybe someone took his spot, though. Can't wait for Thanksgiving rematch. Thanksgiving Day rematch, Mr. Ramage. Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be a good game. It's going to be close, and I kind of figured that after that Week 1 game, that come that Thanksgiving game, the Packers and Lions will be very close. That game will mean a lot. We're going to find out, you know what I mean? We need Green Bay to come in there and punch me in the throat a little bit, you know what I mean? We're going to find out. With the Buccaneers loss, Green Bay will be the number 1 team in the NFC with their loss tonight. Yep, absolutely. Number 1 team in the NFC. Here we go. Goff's going to toss this thing to St. Brown, left side on the screen. Nothing there. Lost a yard, and he took a hit.
You get
That's
nothing.
a hit at one of your top players in fourth quarter with a game that you're in total control of. It will be a great game, and the Packers will win, says Ivan over here. You know what I mean? All right, so Philly Boys got an update. Heading to the top of the seventh, Seattle 3-1. So there we go. 24-9 ball game. Bucks just didn't play good. You know what I mean? Baker Mayfield played horrible. This offense could do nothing against a Lions defense who is very injured. And now we're going to have a punt over here, 4:10 to go in the fourth quarter, and the Bucks are going to try to go after it again. If they could win this thing down 24-9, and they just stopped him there and made him punt, that'd be a wild thing. Here we go. We're going to have a return. He's at the 30s, dancing around. Not a lot there. 32-yard line is where they're going to start this thing over here. Joseph says, nope, the Lions will win. We're going to find out. You know what I mean? We're going to find out. But, yeah, it's all fun. You know what I mean? Got to love the rivalries, the old division games, especially those games in Detroit. Thanksgiving, that's like historically everyone's been watching Detroit on Thanksgiving their whole life. But I mean, for a big chunk of that, they were losing a lot. You know what I mean? Remember Steve Mariucci? He got fired for losing on Thanksgiving. I think he was a good coach. I thought that was a bad fire right there. You know what I mean? But here we go. Lions notable second, fourth round picks under Brad Holmes. Now there you go. I don't care about that.
And you know what, Matt? There's one thing that he can agree on, being a Lions fan, and one thing you can agree on, being a Packers fan. And that's this.
The Bears still suck. The Bears still suck.
Yeah, make that penalty about a bump, bro. He's still on his 37-yard line. But yeah, we can all agree on that. The Bears still suck. All right, here. So they are hurrying up here. 12 targets, 4 catches, 58 yards for dude. You know what I mean? Here we go. Bucks back to throw. He's got a clean pocket. He's looking to throw deep. I think he might have got his hand hit. I'm not sure if he did, but that was a horrible throw either way. To Otten over here.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
3:24 to go in the fourth quarter. This last little bit of the game may never end. You know what I mean? Had a bad GM, Matt Millen, a terrible GM. Dude, yeah, he was there for so long, too. Remember that? I know you do. I'm talking about everyone else. But, yeah, Matt Millen was just horrible. Remember that those were, like, the years, like, Detroit didn't seem to care about the football team, because all the, Ford people. Here we go. Back to throw with Baker Mayfield. He falls down, dude. He got bumped and fell down for a sack.
You get nothing.
He's very top-heavy, this fella. You know what I mean? So he goes down right here. Jesse says, hopefully we can be 6-0 in our division this season. I think since we got Parsons, the Lions and Vikings and Bears players are scared of the beast that Parsons is. I would be if I was them. You know what I mean? Yeah, Adam Parsons is a big part of this team. Rashawn Gary is flourishing. Look at this play. That two receivers ran into each other. What's going on over here in Tampa Bay? All right, here we go. 2:42 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 3rd down and 21, and they're going to almost delay a game. Matt Mayfield back to throw, and he just gets rid of it. The Lions defense, they're just like 100 years better than the Bucs offense right now. For this game, like he has no time. As soon as that ball is snapped, the defensive line is just pushing his offensive line right into his lap. Let's check this out right here. Yeah, they're bringing the heat a little bit, but they're just running right past him. Baker Mayfield taking another shot to the ribs right there. Hopefully the Bucs loss motivates the Packers to play all out. In theory, if they win out, they would be the number 1 seed, first round bye. That's motivation enough for me. Go Pack, go! Don't let it slip away. Control your destiny. I like that. Here we go. Baker Mayfield back to throw. And he's throwing it deep. And that's going to be completed on 4th down and 21. But that's not going to be enough. So, there you go. That's that. 2:26 to go in the fourth quarter. You going to keep her rolling for the Seattle game? I am not going to do that. I'm going to go to sleep tonight. But we are going to be live tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, talking Green Bay Packers. Come hang out with me, Frosty. You know what I mean? What's worse than 3rd and 21? That'd be 4th and 21 or 4th and 26. We don't talk about 4th and 26 on this particular program. You know what I mean? Even if it is 4th and 26, I don't even say it out loud. I just said it a bunch of times right there, but you made me do it. But here we go. Detroit ball over here. It's 1st down and 10, 2:28 to go in the 4th quarter. Yeah, Baker he had a bad, I don't know what he had. Maybe he had some bad eggs for breakfast. I don't know what's going on. But we're going to have a run up the middle by Detroit. That's going to be a loss of about 1. I think he might have slipped on that one. What is up, Bubba? How you doing? You know what I mean? Go, Pack, go. I still dislike Freddie Mitchell. You know what I mean? I seen him like talk on like sports shows like years later, and I still like, you know, I don't like that dude. You know what I mean? He was the old guy forever. He talked about that play like forever. I feel like he was, yeah. Anyway, this 2-minute warning. We're going to go to commercial. I'm going to grab me another brew, one more, you know, before this game ends. I'm probably going to be heading off to bed. So come see, hang out with me. You know what I mean? We got a few more minutes. You got a few more minutes to hang out with me. You know what I mean? All right, we'll be back.
Attention. Have you or a loved one been seriously... forget that. Let's do this Nicolet Law style and give the people what they want.
It's Nicolet. It's Nicolet. Nicolet Law.
All right, so here we go. We are back, 24-9 ball game, and let's get to the first comment I see. Baker stole Ivan's Metamucil from Walmart. No one even knows who Freddie Mitchell is other than that play. You know what I think? Packer fans know just because that name and just remembering, but yeah. Vinny need to add Dr. Evil. How about no, what is that? No.
Oh, when Dr. Evil in the movie goes, how about no? Yes.
Yeah, I like that. I wasn't sure what he was saying right there, you know what I mean? You know, Phil, you've been drinking all day. But here we go.
I'll have to show you guys a picture, maybe the next broadcast or something, that I should dress up like him at Halloween because people say I look just like him.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Here we go. 3rd down and 7. We missed a play over there. I assume it was a run play at 1:38 to go. The clock is ticking. 3rd down and 7. They're just going to run this thing out. That 4th and 26 happened because of Rob Slowick. Worst defensive coordinator ever. Worse than Joe Barry. he was horrible. All right, here we go. We got Goff's going to be on this. We're going to an I formation over here. Not anymore. You moved a man over. But it's definitely going to be a run on 3rd down and 7, and they're going to run it up the middle. Not a lot there. They're pushing them left. They're trying to get that ball out. But can you imagine being a running back in a situation everyone's just hacking at you?
You get nothing.
Aaron said, I figured Lions would win this. I thought it'd be a close game. I picked the Bucks just because. But I knew that the Lions wouldn't go down without a fight. I thought it'd be a shootout though. I thought it'd be like in the 30s for both teams. But Bucks offense did not show up. And it's 4th down. We got 45 seconds. The clock is ticking. They're going to have to tick off most of this before they have to punt this ball. And that's just how that thing's going to go. You know what I mean? 28 of 50, 228 yards, 1 touchdown for Baker Mayfield. Not a good game.
I think Baker's going to be a sore guy tomorrow.
I don't know. He got hit a lot. The Lions are going to call a timeout here. They let it run down to 0. Stacy says, thank you, Matt and Vinny. Go, Pat, go. Thank you, Stacy. You know what I mean? Appreciate you hanging out with us all night. You know what I mean? You are awesome. Vinny killed Mr. Ed again. Phil, I do use Metamucil fiber tablets 5 a day. I feel like we're sharing too much now. Here we go. Here comes the punt. 19 seconds to go in this ball game. Absolutely, Stacy. I know what you meant. You know what I mean? We got to fix that typo right there. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, Stacy. You are awesome. Here comes the punt. All right, they're going to be fair catch over here about the 20-yard line. So they have 13 seconds. And what do they do here? Do you think they just kneel it down and keep her moving? Do you think they try to just try to fight till the very end, even though it doesn't mean nothing? I wish our DBs would show up consistently. Detroit's backup DBs, for real. Their backup DBs got after it today. I didn't hurt that Baker Mayfield was way off, but they did their job for sure. Do you get the Mr. Ed reference? Dude, I remember, but I don't at the same time. I was thinking about after the stream, I gotta ask Vinny, what the hell is he talking about? Because I know that we were talking about Mr. Ed that day. I just don't I don't get the reference that you're saying tonight. Both quarterback ratings going down. Love moving up. So here we go. That's going to be a wrap on this game. Philly boy. And then I was waiting for Philly boy to come flying down. Here we go. I gave you a great comment prior. You didn't read it. Oh, dude. I don't. And sometimes I miss them. Vinny uses the "you got nothing" clip so much he's beating a dead horse. I get you. All right, take it easy, Phil. See, Ivan, I see this one right here. All right, we're gonna wrap this thing up. Lions get that dub, 24-9. Appreciate everyone rocking with us tonight. Ivan, Philly boy. We had Karen in here, Jonathan. You know what I mean? Erica, shout out. You know what I mean? Y'all have a great evening. Mark, you know what I mean? Shout out to all you good people hanging out with us tonight. But we are going to wrap this thing up. Go, Pack, go. Packers, top of the NFC North, have their destiny in their own grasp. You know what I mean? Just got to keep on winning, baby. Just keep on winning. Go, Pack, go. We out of here.